This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote the script. All right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 309. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
And Jim's not here today. He's feeling under the weather. He caught the plague of 2019 at the Brigger household, so he won't be here.
Yeah, we got Scab Jim tonight.
We do. Dr. Bednar is here. Welcome, Dr. Bednar.
Thank you very much. I've been called a lot of things in my life, but
Dr.
that might have
Nazi?
been the most insulting thing I've ever heard.
Dr. Nazi.
Jim.
Oh, Scab Jim's a compliment.
No, I'm just kidding. I'd be happy to be Scab Jim for the day.
For people new to the show, because we have a lot of new listeners out there, we appreciate it.
For love of God, Chris is not a Nazi.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He is a doctor, though, and he gives us great love advice.
Doctor of Love.
Yeah, he is. Dr. Bednar is here.
Don't check my PhD.
He's a musician, he's a doctor, and a good guy all around.
Renaissance man.
He is. He actually has made our theme song, the front and back. We're still waiting for a top 5 theme song, which I was promised would be here
I have a
soon.
report on that.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
The lyrics portion has been written.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Now
We got
I'm trying
lyrics.
to figure out whether I'm going to attempt to convince my band to actually perform it.
The full band.
Full band.
Ooh.
Which we might actually have to get paid for. We could talk about that offline, $500. And
Oh, we got plenty of IOUs.
Okay, good. Well, then we'll take them. That's good. That's good.
Do you take Pez?
Have
I
to
can give
check.
you
We got
500 Pez.
Yeah, we're all old. We might be diabetic. I'm not sure.
That's all right. It's okay. Yeah, we'll be excited for that because Henno was supposed to give us one. But you know what? This is why Chris is our favorite musician this week.
Yeah.
Henno, your arch nemesis. He's got abs. You have an ab. Yeah. He has 2 good arms. You have 1 good arm.
For now.
You're a doctor.
He's a politician.
Oh, there you go. He's Canadian.
He's a Henno's a spin doctor.
Oh, right. He is Canadian of the Year. Chris was nominated for a floppy.
A floppy. No, I thought I won a floppy.
I think everyone in this room has won
that
one.
thing back in my awards.
I think you won best theme song.
Oh, you did. You did. Look at that. Good job. Good job. So Chris is going to sit with us tonight. We do have some medical questions for him.
He didn't bring his guitar though.
I know. I was kind of disappointed.
Well, it'd be difficult to play when you only have one arm.
That's why you bring a mandolin.
Yeah, I had to operate on my own arm the other day, and I had to get
what did you
out
have done to your arm?
I did the Nerschel procedure on my elbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, removed some damaged tissue in there. And
okay.
It hurts a little bit, so got it in a sling.
That's pretty impressive that you didn't even knock yourself out.
Well, it would be tough to operate if you're knocked out.
Not for good doctors.
No. Just put a little nerve block in my neck. Hope I hit the right thing.
Do you have more personality than that one guy, the good doctor on ABC or whatever? I don't like talking to people.
Wow.
He at least has as much talent as Doogie.
Oh,
Howser.
no, Doogie's. Oh, Dr. Bednar or the kid on
Hold on
TV?
a second now. Those are my heroes right there.
That kid on the
Those are what made him want to be a doctor.
That's right.
That kid on that doctor on TV annoys the shit out of me. Every single time I see a fucking ad for that, I'm like, oh my god, this guy.
That's right.
Oh, I know. He's autistic, and so I get that part of it. But I think it's more with Freddie Highmore how he acts that annoys me. The autistic thing is
So you don't like Freddie Highmore, is what
Maybe
you're saying.
that's it. I liked
So
him
what
in
you're
Bates
saying is-
Motel.
I never wanted to be a real doctor in life. I just wanted to play one.
That's right.
You're more the Gilbert Grape side of autism.
Stop it. I would pay to see that doctor show.
Yeah.
House 2.
Leonardo DiCaprio is a doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I did. It was in Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, he did play
Do
a
you
fake
concur?
doctor.
Do you concur?
Oh, I should have concurred.
Should have concurred. So Dr. Bender is going to be sitting with us today.
Yes, and I did bring a gift.
Why don't you have Blake start opening that? The gift. It's a big box.
We've got a gift.
for celebrating 300 plus episodes.
We're going to be running out of room in here.
We've got
the new
plenty of
studio.
wall
This is-
space.
when I saw the studio, I was inspired.
Ooh.
It's a picture frame. What we got?
I would like to first
That's really cool. Thanks.
announce that this is going to be this was
Oh,
given to
you
me
want
by
me to
my
turn it
this
around?
was given to me by my uncle who is a huge fan of Kiss and happened to have
Oh,
Is that the
an
Kiss
original
comic?
Marvel comic super special 1977 printed in Kiss blood
Oh,
that is awesome.
framed for our wall?
framed for your wall. Now I would love to say that
Nice.
I'm gifting this to you, but I hope you understand that this is you get to
Just on loan.
You get to be
Curator.
curators for a little while. of
We can
this,
do that.
as long as it needs to be. But it makes sense being here in this room.
I
more
like
so
it.
than it does in my dungeon of a basement where I'm not having a podcast as awesome as yours. And it just made sense. And so actually, to tell you, I talked to my uncle on the way over here, telling him I was going to be presenting it to you guys. He was absolutely thrilled. He couldn't be happier that you guys get to take care of it for a while.
He hasn't listened to the show yet, right?
I'm going to make sure he gets to download this episode. So we want to make sure that we are extra crass tonight. So
That is really awesome. I appreciate that.
Yes, we will curate that well.
We shall
I'm
curate
sure you'll
and
find a
craft.
spot on the wall here for
We could be like a museum.
We
I'm
could.
kind of.
We're getting there.
We got to find a spot, though. So we appreciate that. Now, the issue is that my wife has to figure out where to put it. Because
She doesn't really have to.
she does a good job at it.
Wait, you don't get to decide where it goes in this room?
No, we do.
We haven't yet.
No, I came up with the ideas of these two posters and the llama, but she evened it out. Like,
Well,
she's
see, that's
like,
the thing is, like, every time we hang something, do we have to hang two things to balance
it
the
does
room?
need to have
No,
balance.
Is
you
that
don't.
what-
I do. I
Yeah.
need to have that balance. My
I-
wife says, "Don't. You don't need to have the balance.
You
It's fine.
don't
can-
need
you
the
don't
balance.
need it.
You
It's
don't.
okay. Hang it where you feel it is appropriate."
We got to figure that out. Jeff, you let me know where you want to put that.
Over your head.
But,
So I can look at it while we record.
I was going to put it over your head.
But then I can't see it.
You're more the musician than I am, so that's fine. Well, okay. Sorry, you like music more than I do.
Okay.
Let me clarify that. Well, thank you, Chris.
You're very welcome. And like I said, it couldn't be in better hands. I don't think.
So unfortunately, there's no Game of Thrones going on right now, so we can't talk it. I mean, damn, really upset by that.
No, I got this just in. George R. R. Martin, not going to make the deadline.
Whoa!
What deadline
There
is
was
this?
a deadline?
2022.
I mean, if you don't have a deadline, it's tough to miss it.
Well, he missed it several years ago, and
Well,
counting.
Actually, I do want to bring out one more quick point. I remember a couple years ago, I made a statement at one of the Christmas episodes on Hobie, wishing that there was a particular fantasy book series that would be taken seriously and done the correct way so that it could be really brought out the right way, and that's the Philip Pullman.
His Dark Materials, which is
Episode-
now on
and I was right.
HBO.
It was actually episode 49, no, 104. Episode 104, your Christmas special.
Oh,
I actually pulled it up at 1 minute and 29 seconds. I said, I wish somebody would take his Dark Materials and do something with it.
and you know
I'm
what?
here to tell everybody right now, it looks like it's been done right.
HBO listened. and took him up on it.
Once
Hobie is
again,
at the
Hobie
Zeitgeist.
got in ahead
Yep.
Yeah.
and made an impact in the world of media,
You know,
like you do all the time.
it's tough. It's tough being
You
us.
want a platform? Get on Hobie.
That's right.
I got to get Weiss and Hickman for Dragonlance on here.
There you go.
That's right.
Well, we
you go.
don't want dead properties. We want like something good.
This is good
Wow.
We don't want stuff that, is just going to be like, oh, look, 2 people watch. No. The Hobie bounce can only do so much for that Dragonlance
Oh,
crap.
You mean like the Phantom?
the Phantom movie?
Yeah.
Or we're going to redo it?
No, I'm saying that's a property that only 2 people would watch when they made the movie.
Don't you dare mess with Billy Zane.
I'm not messing with
Slam
Billy
evil.
Zane. I'm just saying it was like one of the worst decisions to turn that into a movie because there was no one who was
They were-
alive when the Phantom was popular.
They at
still
least
living.
kept close to the source material, which they shouldn't have, but they did.
Which was the problem?
People bitch that.
That's back when they still talked like this while they reported the news.
Hey, copper, what do you think you're going to do, copper? He fought pirates in New York City. If that doesn't seem realistic, I don't know what
Hey,
is.
pirates are everywhere.
Hey,
They're
forget
stealing
about
our
it.
music and our TV shows.
It wasn't those pirates.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they did. You gotta give them some balls. They're like, you know what? This character hasn't been around in 75 years. Nobody gives a shit. He wears all purple and black underwear. His powers are pretty pointless. He basically lives in a jungle. You know what? Let's make this a major motion picture.
Sounds about right.
They said if you compare it to today, it would cost about $150 million to make what that film was in '95. Cost $45 million in '95.
But Billy Zane
Wow.
does wear
120
black
million.
eyeliner
Sorry,
pretty well.
compared to now. Sorry,
Billy Zane wears black
He does.
eyeliner very well. I agree.
That's right.
I like Billy Zane.
Billy Zane was great in The Boys.
Nope.
He was in The Boys
He was in The Boys.
as Billy Zane.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
There you go. That's
Good
you're right.
cameos.
That's
2
probably
cameos.
The best role he could play. Right?
I like
Himself.
Billy. I like
As
Billy.
a cameo.
I like Billy Zane. I like superheroes. I do not like the Phantom. Do not like the Phantom. Chris, we got some doctor questions for you. Now.
They're not on the list.
I know. Chris,
He hid them from you.
so for the people listening, Chris, we cannot solicit advice. Please do not take this. You should consult with your doctor. Okay, your real doctor.
Not
Even
the
though
bad.
Dr. Bednar is a doctor of love. But you should always consult with your doctors before you're doing anything. Please. It's for entertainment purposes only. How often can gonorrhea come back?
As often as you like.
Okay. Should you name your crabs?
What kind of crabs?
Your STD crabs. Should you name them? The big one can be called Bitey.
I suppose.
I would be careful going that far.
Okay.
with STDs. It's good to keep it a little bit closer to the vest.
Okay.
I suppose it depends, and I'll correct me if I'm wrong, that if you want to get rid of them or if you want to encourage them.
I'm kind of disgusted by that answer all around, Jeff.
Well, that's the only reason you would name them
I
is
got
if you want
questions.
them to grow big and healthy.
I got questions from listeners asking this. They are in need of answers, and you're not helping.
Well, I'm telling the listener, do they want their crab to grow big and healthy or do they want it dead?
This isn't Love Lines. I don't have them on the phone.
If
I don't
you want
know.
it dead, I would suggest not naming it because you
bleach
might
it.
get attached to it.
Just bleach it.
And there's other topical options.
Let's see here. Also, do golden showers clean everything on you? Can it sanitize you?
Well, that is an absolute impossibility.
Okay. Just checking. Got a couple more here. How do you approach somebody on a first date to get them to fist you?
I was just asked this on Tuesday. Wait, it is Tuesday.
It's been a week.
Where are you getting these questions from? Pornhub?
Listeners,
You know what? I'm going to have to have you repeat the question.
on a first date, if you want someone
Yes.
to
Oh,
fist
You really
you,
have to have them repeat that question.
I get a lot of
You
strange
really have
questions.
to get
he gets a lot of strange questions. Leave him alone. How do you ask that on a first date?
You know,
Do you give them a glove like the Infinity Gauntlet?
Go very slowly, tread very lightly. Start
Okay.
with things like
He-Man.
like bananas.
He-Man?
Like
Mr.
boxing.
Fisto? Did you like Mr. Fisto and He-Man?
Right. Something like that.
Yeah.
But there's no wrong. There, you could ask. You can't ask.
I'm going to suggest that if you ask that and you get a positive response from that, then you've probably met the woman of your dreams.
Or
the man.
Or a man.
Of your dreams.
Okay.
But what will most likely and should happen is that your ass gets thrown in jail and probably should be hung by your testicles.
Okay.
What if you're a woman asking?
Either
you
way.
don't have testicles.
That's a good segue. Because
You can just hang them.
Did you just
We'll just
naturally
go-
assume that she
we'll
had
go-
testicles?
that's a good segue, Doctor, because number 5 question.
Options here, though.
Number 5 question is, how long can you survive being hung by your testicles?
Oh, that one must have just come in.
I see what you did there.
The average man?
Yes.
No, they asked you, not the average man. How long can you survive?
I had my testicles removed about 15 years ago. So.
Hey, when did you get married?
About 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It has no coincidence with when they were removed.
No, it wasn't a coincidence at all. It was the cause.
Jeff knows my marriage that I run the house. And I put my foot down, and I still have my testicles.
So
When
how long
she's not
have you been
home.
hanging by your testicles, Jason?
It was 12 years.
12 years. There you go. I'm at 15, so
11, maybe?
a pretty long time.
Let's call your wife down and see how what she says to that.
Oh, she would back me up, right, Jeff?
Yeah,
And look who's
certainly.
here.
Well, if by backing you up, say, yeah, right.
Here, let me get them out of my purse. Anyways,
It's backing you up.
And you know what?
Against the wall.
I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I'm secure in myself.
Hey, I'm
I sired 3 kids. I'm okay.
right. I'm the man of the house when my wife's not around.
That's right. I don't even care about being the man of the house.
I will. Let me also say that I feel bad for your listeners that these are the questions, and I know some of your listeners, and I think these are not their questions. I feel like they're coming from.
We've had a lot of new listeners lately.
Oh, okay. Well, I have seen that you're getting downloaded a little bit more.
Yeah,
especially
we
in
are.
the UK, and things go a little different
Yep.
over there sometimes.
Yep.
I think these are probably UK questions. You're right.
Last
Pittsburgh,
question
right?
from the UK. Should you put bees in your vagina to help it?
I have not heard that, but
This
that
is
sounds.
If you
off a
listened to
real
Hobie
news
a couple
story.
months
sounds
ago,
very holistic.
You missed the news story.
there's a news story that we reported on that was an actual news story.
Yeah. Hey. I mean,
It's not yours, so go ahead.
Are they live bees?
They have big teeth.
most bees don't want to sting you, so they just want to, grab the pollen.
They just want to make the honey.
That's right.
Did you say grab the pollen?
Grab the pollen.
That sounds dirty. Let's see here. So there you go. That's your questions. Thank you, Doctor. Blake, you seem very comfortable down there with these questions.
It's great.
Isn't it? Isn't it? So we thank everybody for listening this week. Apologize. Last week we had a trivia episode, which was fun. But my kids and myself all had the flu from Monday and Tuesday on. And then my wife was the only one alive and healthy. So
Did she use the bees?
she
She was using
it's all
bees.
natural. It's all natural.
Yeah.
She
Use the
survived.
bees when you get the flu.
She's the only one that
treatment.
didn't get the flu. And, so second year in a row that Thanksgiving sucked. So next year we have officially disbanded Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is done.
Yep. I
In
already
the
told
Brigger household.
I already told my parents that we're not coming over.
Well, even if you plan on coming over, you'll be sick and not
somebody
make
will be.
it. So.
The good news is my youngest was not in the trauma ward at Children's Hospital this year, so that's a positive.
Stayed out of trauma.
Yes. And I told my wife, I said, at least we're all together. That's something to be thankful for. We're all miserable because we're sick, but at least we're together. So that's why there was no episode.
She should have
last week.
left. She should have went to her.
We
parents'
actually
house.
did ship off my daughter for a couple nights because she wasn't sick.
And then she got sick.
She got sick, yeah. So, yeah.
And
So,
she probably got everybody she was with sick when those 2 days. She
no,
was away.
actually, our family was the only one that got sick, as usual. So, yeah. So either my wife said we're either going on vacation next Thanksgiving, or
No, you're going to be sick next Thanksgiving.
no. If we leave early enough, we can get out of Cincinnati by Friday.
You'll leave and then be sick while you're on vacation.
Shut up, Jeff. We're trying to. At least we'll be sick in a tropical place.
I'm about to say,
Be
you
worse.
think it's because you're in Cincinnati that you're getting sick? It's just because it's Thanksgiving. You're
True.
getting
You
sick.
should just board the house up and camp in for 3 days.
Well, I did tell my parents. I said, I know you have Thanksgiving next year. I can tell you right now, we're not coming.
Just tell them to leave the food on the porch.
Not even knowing that.
Ring the
And I
doorbell.
said, if anything, even if we're healthy, we may just order some Chinese food and have a good day. And that's it. We're not coming over. We don't care.
Tell the Chinese delivery guy, leave it on the front porch.
Yeah, right.
He comes in
the
a
doorbell.
hazmat suit.
Ring the front porch.
Oh, you're Brigger family. We're not coming in. Sorry. Here you go. Go away. So that's why we had to have a special episode last week. So I apologize for that. Especially to Tony from Saudi Language.
I mean, the flu was so bad, even he got sick.
Yes.
And he wasn't even here.
He was in
Yeah.
Toledo and
He
got
just
sick.
talked to you over the airwaves, and you infected him.
So I
Just by
apologize.
tweeting, he
Just through
infected him.
tweeting. Oh, my God.
So I apologize, Tony. He will be back on it. He'll be on in a couple weeks. So that's good.
Sometime soon.
Yes. And we have it planned out for, I think, end of December. So.
Are we changing subjects now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I see this Tupperware sitting on the table, and no one's explained to me that there might be some food in the room.
I brought that for you, Jeff.
Ooh.
You know the way to Jeff's heart is.
It's
Clogged
through
arteries.
Through clogged arteries. Literally.
well, yeah, the arteries go to the heart.
That's right.
Takes a while to get to the
Milk
heart, but you
chocolate
get it.
butterscotch
trying.
with cashews and peanuts.
Oh, well, that looks amazing.
Oh,
Did
they
you
look
make
like
this?
Classic
like little
holiday
turtles.
fare. Look at that.
Did you make these?
No, I cannot.
No, did your wife
I
make
have
them?
to I do believe she and my mother-in-law had a hand in these.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you stole them from somebody on the street or something.
Well, my mother-in-law said she stole the cashews, but
Only one. I was offering you one.
There you go. Thank you.
I think it was a fair trade type deal or something.
Oh, those are good.
Those do look good. They smell good.
They will be gone real soon.
Speaking of food, did everybody see that the mystery Oreo? We got tweeted this a lot this week. They came out with it. What was it?
Churro.
Churro. It was okay. After you
I
tasted
mean-
it, I was like, was that churro?
Maybe.
I guess.
I'm not a churro expert. I mean, I've had them a couple of times in my
Yeah.
life.
I usually have my churros with chocolate. I didn't taste any chocolate in that churro.
Well, they didn't, on the
Oreo.
cover, it didn't look like there was any chocolate they put in it.
It was churro with the churro cream.
Yeah. There was
No
no chocolate.
chocolate. You got to supply your own chocolate.
You got to dip it in the chocolate.
Usually you get the hot chocolate.
I suppose the thing though is the
So they
texture is what really makes a churro a churro. A cookie just isn't a churro.
Doesn't
No,
even
it-
seem right.
No,
The whole
it-
thing is blasphemy.
It's
anyway.
supposed to be light and airy,
Quit fucking with
not
the Oreos.
dense and thick.
Why
I
do
don't-
people have to fuck?
Oh, I don't mind
such a
fucking
good
with the
thing?
Oreos because then we can eat them on while we record. They just have to make good choices.
People really like
Well,
our
it sounds
Oreo
like
challenge.
butterscotch cashew Oreos might be a good option for the next.
I am going to suggest that next time they ask.
I got a question. Did we try maple? We tried
Yes.
maple, right?
Oh, it was not good.
Okay, maple was
Maple
one of the
was
worst.
bad.
I was at the store.
Maple should never go on anything except pancakes.
I agree.
Anything.
Bacon?
Waffles, maybe.
Yeah,
Bacon.
waffles,
I got you. Breakfast.
No,
food.
it shouldn't even go on bacon.
Breakfast food.
Maple does not go with meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes on bacon.
I beg to differ, actually.
On
No, I will
sausage.
say, last week, for the first time ever, I tried chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
They do not go together. They should not go together.
What, the chicken and waffles or the maple syrup you put on top of them?
Well, the chicken and waffles with the maple syrup. I
or
mean,
the dab of Tabasco.
chicken and maple syrup, no, should never go
Was it
together.
homemade or a restaurant?
Restaurant.
Okay. Okay.
But and it wasn't even like real good high end. But I mean, I was just like,
Before they made
I
it
will
the taste of Belgium.
no.
No, maybe you should go there and get it.
Specifically the flavor maple or the sweet?
Well, both, but specifically
Because
sweet,
honey
but
on chicken is phenomenal.
meh. I don't like my meat sweet.
Remind me not to bring my... And take that however you want it, I guess, right?
Oh, we have the title of the show.
I don't like my meat sweet.
Any, I don't even know what to say to that. Look,
Are you sure we'll be allowed to name the show that? It's
I'm
not
going
too
to.
racy.
so I've never had a desire to have chicken and waffles. I don't get it either. I don't. It doesn't appeal to me.
I didn't think it would be good until I had it. I had it at Taste of Belgium, and they also threw on some Tabasco sauce on there, and I'm just like, oh, Tabasco sauce on top of the syrup, on top of the chicken, on top of the waffle, and it was actually pretty good.
That's pretty damn good.
It was.
No, go ahead.
Well, it was a friend of mine tried it the first time he ever tried it, and I think it was the only time he ever tried it. They brought out the little container of what he thought was syrup, but was barbecue sauce. And when he poured that on the waffle, he's like, waffle and barbecue sauce do not go together.
Well, it's now confirmed. I don't think anybody's tried it. Maybe now we know.
Maybe Oreo can make a waffle and barbecue sauce Oreo.
Ew. No, but I thought chicken and waffles was a Southern thing.
Oh, it is?
I didn't know it was Belgian.
No, the waffles are Belgian.
Oh.
Belgium's not
Chicken
allowed
doesn't
to...
have to come from Belgium.
Well, when did the Belgians put
It
chicken
could
on
be
the
a German.
waffle?
It could be a German
After
chicken.
the Southerns did it.
After World War II?
Yeah.
After we had...
When the Americans were
Yeah,
in
the
there
Americans went
liberating
through.
them, they brought their chicken to put on their waffles.
We said, "Oh, hey, you bumped your chicken onto my waffle.
You put your
Hey,
waffle onto my
chicken."
And a love affair began.
I think we need to do an offshoot podcast of just food talk because I feel like our show has become more and more food centric.
Well, my next question is, how many people listening out there that are younger than us actually get that joke?
7. That is
Like,
7.
What are they talking about?
You know what? Don't
Is that
underestimate our.
something millennials don't know?
No. Don't underestimate our audience. Our audience knows their stuff.
Okay.
I will say that, millennial or not, they know their shit.
Good.
So, we are a very high cultured podcast. Well, not the people in here, but our listeners.
Well, we're a high culture of low society.
That's right.
There you go.
Dr. Bednar,
Yes.
have you watched any of The Mandalorian?
Yes.
I haven't watched the newest episode.
I have.
Have you caught up, Blake?
Yeah.
I'm all the way up through 4.
4.
We're at 4 now.
Okay, I haven't seen 4 yet. Oh,
I haven't finished the first episode.
Are you serious?
I haven't even started the first episode. I mean, what do you expect?
Get out.
Get
Are you going to give me your Disney Plus password? Because I'm not paying for it.
Sure. Actually, here.
Well,
take
here's,
my
here's what you
phone.
can do. You know, you
Go
get
watch episodes 1, 2, and 3.
you get a free trial for 7 days. So go watch all 4 real
He's
quick.
just waiting
Well,
for
I'm
the
going to
whole
wait for the whole season to come out, then
No,
get it.
then you wait till the next 4 come out, and then sign up again for a free trial. Watch them all 4 again, and then cancel again before they charge you.
Anyways, Baby Yoda is so cute. I love Baby Yoda. He's so cute. We'll keep it as much spoiler free as possible. It's a damn good show.
It's
It's good. I don't think it's damn good.
Ooh.
I think it has potential to be really damn good.
Have you seen episode 4 yet?
I just told you I didn't. God, you're an idiot.
I wouldn't know. No. I'm telling you, man. It's a good show. I
What
like
happened
it.
in episode 4 that removed your
It got
thoughts on
it
1
got
and 3,
hokey.
which we watched together, by
Yes,
the way.
it got hokey. You didn't think it got hokey? I think it got a little hokey.
Star Wars is
It got
always
it
gonna
got
have some
it got
hokiness.
a little Seven Samurai ripoff-ish. You know.
Well, yeah, it's all an homage to the Western
It
and
is.
Seven Sam. That's
And
all it
you're right.
is.
And you're right.
It is not
good.
a Western.
It's a Western.
Yes, it is.
No, there was a big war on Twitter about this.
Oh
I
my
saw.
goodness.
Fuck Twitter. It's
Here
a-
we
It's
go.
not a
Western.
Western.
But even-
It's the Japanese movie. It has nothing to do with Westerns. It's whatever the Japanese
Seven Samurai?
Well,
Seven
what that
Samurai
is.
was ripped off by what was it?
Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't matter. It's a Western.
It doesn't.
It's a modern day.
Well,
Right.
technically, it's
Space
not a Western
Western.
because Westerns take place in one specific era and place.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
I would agree with that. The genre Western,
Yes.
though.
Well, this takes place in the western sector of the former empire.
About 4 parsecs from the.
A long time
four
ago in a
parsecs.
galaxy far, far away.
I will say this: it gives me the feel of Rogue One.
Yep.
And I think they did it right because they're not going out and completely inventing things from scratch. They're taking things that are warm and cuddly and what you're used to. So when you want to grab onto the Star Wars, memories and good feelings, you get that from this show.
I love the Mandalorian's weapon when he puts his fist down in the third one and the bullets go like
The whispering,
Yeah.
whispering ear,
Whispering birds.
whispering
Yeah.
birds, yeah.
those things. But the best part
Kind
is
of reminds me of what Mary Poppins's dart. What the hell is that from Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy?
oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Michael Rooker's arrow.
Oh, Mary fucking Poppins.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
It was funny. I did see a meme. They're like
Yondu.
Yondu. Sorry.
typical typical RPG player. He gets all the money in the world and he buys a new armor. Mandalorian, what does he do?
keeps getting more
more,
gold
yeah.
and platinum.
What are you
He
going
gets
to
more
spend it on?
That's
I'll get more armor.
I need more armor, please.
I gotta
Can you
upgrade.
give me those weapons too?
Yes.
Upgrade.
Upgrade weapons and armor. Of
I did
course.
think the end of the third one was pretty good when he was being trapped and the other Mandalorians. That was
Right?
pretty
I
badass.
do have a problem with that.
They all
They all came up. Now here's the whole thing. Weren't they all supposed to be hidden?
Yes.
Yes.
He even says at the end, he's like,
Only
well, now we
one
gotta find
at a
new-
time supposed to be coming up.
Now they're going to find a new home.
They got to find a new place.
Got to
now.
find a new culvert or whatever.
But it was more important for them to save one of their own than to stay hidden.
Well, I think we're going to find out more
Okay.
about that later because they obviously had to get together and say that it was worth it because basically Mandalorian just
Worth it.
turned around and
Broke all the contracts.
broke all of the codes,
Broke
and
all
stuff
the guild
I mean,
contracts.
so that's a big deal. So they must believe that there's and obviously Baby Yoda. There's something about it. The thing I was saying to the comment that I felt was most appropriate for the reason why I think a lot of people are going to like it is we're seeing characters that we are familiar with too. We're not they're not introducing 600 new
Correct.
species and characters and all this other stuff. You're seeing characters that you saw in episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Some even in 1, 2, and 3. That like okay, I know
One
what
from
those-
Solo.
I think they broke out all the
and
old
I,
cantina.
and I know who they are.
They
Right?
broke out all the old
And we saw
cantina
Greedo
costumes.
got shot.
Yeah.
Like not some straight.
Yeah.
That's species.
And if you're a collector, you had that IG-88.
Yep.
You had the Bosk. You
That's
had those-
IG-11.
IG-11, whatever.
Here's my joke: is I told
Dengar been in it yet?
Dengar's not in it. Here's what
Not yet.
number one fan Doug and I kept saying. They're just going to keep sending IGs out there until they get up to 88. 22's next, 33,
88's
44.
the one that's gonna
and then
accomplish
they're
it.
going to get to 80. I did like the IG-11, self-destruct. No, stop self-destructing.
Hey, don't self-destruct.
Stop it.
Well, at least they're jumping by increments of 11. I thought you were going to go 11, 12.
Well, they may do that way
13.
too.
Yeah. No, it's very good, and I think it was a brilliant move to bring in the real mystery of Baby Yoda, whatever, or the child, I guess.
Disney just made $1 billion off marketing just for that.
yeah, it's
And the thing is
but
adorable.
It was brought in not in a cheesy, horrible way.
Jar Jar.
Thank you.
It's
Yes.
not a Jar Jar.
It's not a Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Disney Plus did announce.
Actually, he's creating memes out the
Yes.
Out the wazoo.
I mean,
And
you've
that's
got
all
memes left and
CGI.
right.
I mean, I see it's all a puppet.
It
Yoda's.
moves kind of like a puppet.
Well,
More
it's
so-
a Muppet from
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Henson and Warner Herzog, the bad guy. Did you see the actor that plays it, the bad guy? Did you see his comment?
No.
They wanted to replace him, the Yoda, with a CGI because they didn't know if they could get the Muppet to move. And he told the director and the staff, the cast, don't be fucking cowards. Keep it as a puppet. I love that thing. So because of that, they kept it.
That's good.
And
That's
he's
good.
like, don't be a fucking coward. You can do something with it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Warner
Makes people
Herzog is the
feel.
reason.
I think you feel better about that too because it's like the original Yoda.
Yes,
The movements are the same. It just seems right.
it is so cute.
Are you saying the Yoda from the prequels just doesn't feel right? And
They moved that Muppet pretty quick. The puppet.
when he spun around like a pinball across the
Oh,
battlefield?
jeez, Pete. Fuck that thing. Speaking of Jar Jar, Ahmed Best, is that the guy that played him?
Yes.
Disney just did, Disney Plus, I believe, is launching a new Star Wars trivia show with Ahmed Best as the host.
That is sweet.
Yes. He
I
will not
like
be playing
that.
Jar Jar,
Oh,
obviously.
no, well, yeah.
But they put him as the host of it. I was like, good for you. And it's more about the ways of the Force and not like just straight Star Wars trivia. So I'm not sure how that's going to play, but there you go. So breaking news on
All
the movie.
right, so the baby Yoda-like creature is Force cognizant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and of course,
As a baby, they already know this?
It's 50 years
Yes.
old.
He's 50, so
yeah.
Well, that's baby.
Correct,
in-
it is. It's still baby.
Not really. I
As
mean,
IG-11
think
said,
about it, that-
life forms age at
they live
different
to about
rates.
900. So at 50 years old, you would be, in,
5?
in human years, you'd be.
2.5?
I would say 2.5. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
Not a
I,
baby.
The more toddler Yoda.
toddler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda doesn't
It's
really work.
adorable.
toddler.
that's true. You know, the other-
Does it have a
He can
name?
hold a cup of soup.
Not yet.
I mean, it's not
Okay.
a baby.
Yeah, and the other good surprise from this, Jeff, you'll like it, is Lando Calrissian is great in it.
He is not Lando.
Billy D. Williams is in it?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he looks aged. He's put on some weight.
It's Carl Weathers, you idiot.
And he looks a lot like Apollo Creed and talks.
No, the funny thing is,
Man,
everybody
it's-
online originally, when the trailer
ironic.
came out, people were saying, "Hey, is that Lando?" And it was such a quick shot, and it was like the lighting on it, and it's like, it's Carl Weathers, people. Stop it! It's not Billy D.
I thought it was Samuel L. Jackson.
No,
Carl
he had
Weathers
hair.
is pretty awesome.
This
In
guy
it.
had hair.
Well, we don't know what happened to Samuel L. Jackson after he got thrown out the window of Mace
see,
Windu.
According to Samuel L. Jackson, Mace Windu's still alive.
Yeah.
So
It's
it could have
very-
been Mace Windu.
It's very convincing too, because he's in like the guild cantina and he's drinking Colt 45s.
Stop it. Get out. Out.
Billy D. will not sign or take pictures of a C-45.
It was CGI'd in.
I'm pretty sure you imagined that Colt 45. You just really wanted it to be there so bad.
Well, he does wear the Stars and Stripes trunks when he's out walking around. I mean, it's pretty nutty. That's probably my biggest criticism of the whole show.
My biggest criticism is how bad does that guy's face smell under the Mandalorian helmet? I mean, that's got to be nasty unless you have some air conditioning in there, right?
No, you take it off. Just
You
not when
can't take it
people are-
off.
He takes it off.
No, you're allowed to take it off.
Oh, did you miss the last?
I told you I haven't seen the fourth.
Uh-huh.
I mean, no,
Hey.
no spoilers here or anything.
They're
But
not
he takes
supposed
it
to take it
off.
off.
Yeah, although it
You
does
mean ever or in
That's
public?
what they say.
And then all of a sudden he's over in Martell.
it is the way.
It's the Red Viper.
Red Viper.
You haven't seen episode 4? He gets his head smashed in.
Oh, okay.
Pops his eyes out.
By Yoda.
Knocked again.
A giant at takes his foot and
Just smashes him.
yeah, crushes him.
ATST.
Spoilers.
ATST, sorry.
Disney's like, there's only 4 episodes. Sorry.
The end.
But you can tell they had a limited budget, but I think they spent their money well because the sets and the scenery and stuff are very
It
simple.
cost $100 million to make.
It's simple and straight. Well, they used the money well. I said they used the
Well,
money
that's a
well.
limit.
I guess it is a limit of some sort. $10 million an episode. I'll take $10 million an episode.
All right.
Hell, I'll take $10 million a year, Jeff.
I'll take 10 million total.
Speaking of Disney Plus, since we were sick this week, we did try to look at like some different things. I came downstairs and my wife had on Swiss Family Robinson
Oh,
from the
God.
1960s.
Oh my.
I never thought I would. Unlike just kind of like Lost, I was rooting for the island. I was rooting for the island on some of those characters, especially the young kid. He was annoying as fuck. And then at one point they rode an ostrich. They don't like being ridden. What are you doing? Like
Really? Because
Really?
when I went to Dollywood, they loved riding ostriches.
really? Oh, were they real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't actually Dollywood. It was the Dixieland Stampede
Yeah.
and Pigeon Forge. And well, they had ostrich
Ostriches are
races.
not nice.
Well, when you train them right, they are.
I can, sure.
And how'd you get past episode 1 of The Mandalorian where they're riding tadpoles with feet?
I don't know what those things are. Those things are creepy.
They were just oversized sperm.
They were tadpoles with.
I think you're right. I think they are tadpoles with feet.
So they were halfway transitioning from tadpole to frog.
Maybe.
Maybe we don't know. It was
I'm
never
pretty sure it was
explained.
full grown.
Well, they were all females too because they were killing the males after the mating.
correct.
So
Did they eat them too?
Yes.
Kill and
Yes.
eat?
Yeah.
Sweet. Those are the best species.
That's the best species.
You know the best thing that was the best surprise out of the little town where he's at and operating out of is the creature on the spit.
Oh yeah, it was Salacious Crumb.
Yeah, the Salacious Crumb creatures.
Yep. He's
All right,
in the
getting
cage. There's
roasted.
one in the cage and one being
Yeah,
roasted.
yeah. Wait.
He's like, ah.
I don't want to
Shit, I'm
spoil
gonna
more
get
for
torched.
Jeff now. We have spoken.
Spoilers, Jeff,
have
on Swiss
spoken.
Family Robinson. They choose to stay on the island.
Yeah.
Duh, wouldn't you?
Well, that's right. So, first off, the one problem is with like a lot of these old movies.
It would.
God, they are long.
Don't you?
Yeah, they didn't know how to get to the point.
2.5 hours. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, thankfully I fell asleep off and on.
Chose
But,
to stay on the island. Weren't they going to like import teenagers in for their kids?
they found a girl. And then
So they got one kid taken
they
care
found
of.
a girl,
got
and the
one.
mom's like,
They got
and
one.
the husband's like, I told you, the father's like, told the wife, I told you the island would provide. She's like, well, we have 3 sons and there's only 1 girl. I'm like, what the hell are we watching?
And it turns out the girl is a lesbian and has no interest in any of your sons.
And actually, the older son got jealous, so he just killed them all. She's mine.
And that's why you have rules.
That's He smashed the one kid with the rock.
And that's why you get a big being giving you 10 commandments.
Anyways, there's no polar bears on the island, though.
Terrible
Zebras,
island.
Zebras.
Terrible island if they don't have polar
Tigers.
bears.
Supposedly 2 Great Dane dogs scared a tiger away. Nope. Don't think that's happening.
It could.
They got into a fight.
Great Danes are
dogs.
pretty scary.
They're pretty big.
Yeah, they are big, but
And 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
it's
Great
a pair
Danes.
of them.
Don't get me wrong, but
Small lion. Yeah.
let's do some listener feedback.
Oh, we don't get to talk about our shows that I wanted to watch?
What else do you want- what do you want to talk about?
I got 4 shows I want to talk
another
about.
review too, man.
I mean, I just got caught up on Watchmen,
Me too.
and I'm like,
Oh wait,
How did
no,
you-
I didn't watch the
how'd
most
you,
recent.
Well, you haven't seen the most
I have
recent?
not seen.
Hey, Benner, did you see
Sundays.
the most recent?
No.
That's okay. You're fine.
So let's talk about the ending of the most recent show. Okay, no, we
didn't
won't.
see that coming.
I mean, I already kind of know. I could foresee some of the things that they're doing. It makes sense.
When
Not the ending.
Not the-
when they were talking about the amnesia, and she was saying, "What? You don't want to? You're not even asking me."
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit! I bet you it's so and so." And sure enough, I'm like, "Oh my goodness!"
Didn't even occur to me.
It was pretty wild. Although it is a lot different, but people ask, I've had to explain the Watchmen comics.
Yeah.
I said, well, fortunately, I listened to guys on a podcast who've explained it to me in detail, but I gave them the synopsis. But watching it, you really don't need to have seen the original Watchmen.
You don't need to have seen
No,
the
you don't
original
really
Watchmen.
need
Well,
it helps to understand
It
what the
helps.
Watchmen was.
I will say you
Correct.
actually probably shouldn't see the movie because the differences between the movie and the original comic will make a big difference in the continuation of this story.
Right.
Because the squids and whatnot
Yes.
were removed from the movie.
Yes.
Like the giant squid that came down and killed
It
everybody.
was just replaced with a different.
It was replaced by Dr. Manhattan.
With
was
Dr.
the-
Manhattan's, yeah. Right.
But I mean,
That's about the main stray from the book. Was that?
oh, that's what the biggest
Yeah,
thing
that
is.
was the biggest
Well,
thing.
one, when I first read the book, I always thought that squid was stupid. And so then when they came out with the movie and got rid of the squid, I went, I actually liked that change.
Yeah.
But with the television show, it honestly doesn't feel as stupid as it did from the original
No.
book.
And I do like how they're like the alarms go off and everybody pulls over and all these squid start falling from the sky. Like,
Yeah.
it's like after all these years, it's like reminiscent squids. And people like turn on the windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
scraped
Squid
by-
Storm.
Squid
I think
Storm.
that was a great way to open it too, because it puts you in an obvious
Yeah.
non-reality, even though
It's an alternate reality.
It
yes.
is now. It is the America that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things going on that you would think was real.
Yeah.
You know,
And I had forgot that they they turned Vietnam into the 51st state
Yes.
in the book. As
Oh,
I'm
that's
watching-
right.
Yeah, and I'm watching this movie. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
things make more sense now. She's from Vietnam. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, because it's an American state in this reality.
And it's kind of funny. It's kind of you see her inspiration as a masked hero, the nun with a gun.
Yeah,
Which is pretty funny. But what is pretty good is like when they were showing the TV show, my wife's like, why do they keep showing that TV show within the movie show?
Is it the pirate ship?
No,
it's a
not
hero
the
story.
No, not the
American
pirate
hero
story.
story.
it's a
American-
fictionalized version of the heroes of the Minutemen, the original
right?
Minutemen.
Yeah, the original Minutemen.
Well, the inspiration of the Minutemen. Turns out her grandfather was the Hooded Justice, right?
Yes.
Who
Right.
was the
That's the guy with the
inspiration-
rope?
Who was the inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah, the robe and the rope, and the noose, as you find
yeah.
out. So, but it is kind of funny because in the TV show, they're like, there's depictions, blah blah blah, and they make in the TV show they make him a white guy, where he's actually in real life he was an African American. But he kept his identity secret because
Because no one would be because of the racism at
So
the
he
time,
would-
no one would be inspired
Yeah.
by
Right. Yeah, so he would paint around his eyes, flesh color, white
peach,
flesh color,
yeah.
peach color.
Are you saying he was wearing whiteface?
No, he's wearing white eyes,
white eyes, just around the
just
eyes.
around the eyes.
All right.
No, but so it's kind of funny because you're like, why are they showing this TV show? Why are they showing cuts from it? And then when she goes through and does the nostalgia with the pills and everything, all of a sudden
Yeah.
the parallels are like, oh, okay, here it is. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, all right, pretty neat. Pretty cool.
Love that
I
episode.
think they've done a great job with it in general.
Yeah, I love that episode when she's on the nostalgia and just it was filmed so beautifully, and
Oh, that's really cool.
and you know transitions between different scenes because they're memories and whatnot, and the black and white color going in and out.
Yes, that was very good. And
Although I
then-
did have to laugh when they had that fake Steven Spielberg movie that was in black and white,
Yes.
and they wore the red coat,
yeah, that was pretty funny.
Damn, Schindler.
Yeah.
and I'm like, ooh, damn you, Spielberg.
Yes, and I without giving the
It's okay. You can give it
without
away.
giving the
I'm,
big spoiler. You know,
I'm
when,
good to go.
You know, when Miss Blake goes and does the interview, and the other person's like, "Oh yeah," and breaks out the little
Yeah.
the garage door opener. And they're like, "What the hell?" She's like,
Really, a trapdoor? Who the fuck has a trapdoor in their living room?
It is pretty funny. You know, because she's going this like, "Oh my God, please spare me. You're gonna say this and this and this," and she's like, "Well, actually." And then I go through all that. I don't want to give it away. It's a really good scene.
Is the show
Because it's really
better
good
because
scene.
you know there's an end? It's one season. That's it. Is there a?
It's got
Is that it?
two more episodes. I
It's
One
think.
completely just one
They
season?
also-
Yeah,
they
we
haven't
talked about this
re-signed for
couple.
a second.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the air. The guys, Lindelof.
Lindelof.
Yeah, he said that he may revisit it down the road, but at this point, one season. That's it. They have no plans for a
He
sequel.
just wanted to do a one-off. Yeah.
Well, it
I
makes-
don't. I think there's so much left to do for only 2 episodes.
I know.
2 episodes left.
Yeah.
Because that was episode 7 this week, and they only did 9, right? I thought there was 9, or is it 10?
Might be 9 or 10. I
I thought
don't
it
know.
was 9 or 10.
All I know is the ad said 2 episodes left.
9. Well, they could be. Well, it could be one of those like Game of Thrones, like 7 episodes left, but they're an hour and 40 minutes for the last one. an hour and
Episode
30 for the
9
last.
is 6 hours and 12 minutes. It says.
Oh, okay, good.
So
there's a lot
broken up
left.
over 6 weeks. So kind of odd. Kind of odd.
Awesome. There you go.
But it could end up being one of those shows where you're just glad they finished it and they don't.
No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If they have ideas, to explore or
Later.
whatnot, then go ahead.
Yeah, just
but don't force
give it
it.
time. Yeah, don't force anything. Don't make it one of those movies or shows that you don't want to keep seeing over and over again, and they keep taking it too far.
Yeah. Can I talk about something you guys shouldn't see?
Sure.
The movie Between Two Ferns. Zach Galifianakis.
That doesn't
Okay.
surprise me.
Jesus crikey. Man, that is bad. It is bad. Bad. Bad.
How is it compared
I
to the rest
almost
of the
now
TV
want
show?
to see it.
Bad. I mean, even the whole thing is that Between Two Ferns, the interviews are basically what you wish this was mostly was, but unfortunately it's not. But it was just bad. It was
The
just
show, the TV,
And I
the
expect-
series is
Series, yeah.
is enjoyable to watch in like 10-minute increments.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
That's why it's so good.
I don't know if you need to do an hour and a half of it.
God, no. And they did. And unfortunately, and it wasn't interviews. It was really bad stuff. You would think Zach Galifianakis, and his crew, the Friends of Comedians, and you get star power cameos.
Oh yeah, you got a lot
this.
in there.
If I was a star that wasn't a cameo for this, I'd be like, man, that was bad.
So
Can
would you rather
can you
watch?
just cut my stuff out and make it a Between Two Ferns episode? I mean, that's how bad it was.
Would you rather
So you're
have?
saying it should just be more episodes or a season of Between Two Ferns than a
Yes.
full movie?
Okay,
Should've
so
been
here's the big question: would you rather watch an hour and a half movie of that again, or a 2.5 hour movie of Swiss Family Robinson?
I thought you were going to ask me about Last Jedi.
No. Swiss Family Robinson.
We'll never make you watch Last Jedi again.
We don't want you to.
But
Yeah,
I
we
will.
actually
I'll
would
watch
rather
it
you
again
didn't.
anyways, because I have to. But anyways,
So which one are
Swiss
you
Family
doing?
Robinson, I don't know. Swiss Family Robinson.
Since you haven't seen it yet, you might as
Well,
there's
I've
a
seen it
1940s
long time
or-
ago.
Well, that's
now
right.
that I got Disney Plus for the time being, I might as well watch it again.
You can bet your ass he's watching it, probably even tonight.
There's a 1940s version too. And we ended, and they're like,
Oh,
"Would you like to watch?" There's a would you like to watch
a
the
remake?
You were talking about the original.
No, it's the 1960s version.
Oh,
That's the only version I ever saw.
That's the We ended, and my son's
I didn't
like,
even know there was a
my son's
1940s
like-
version.
my son's like, "Are we watching that?" My wife's like, "No, we're good."
well, I think black and white. 1940s black and white or 1960s black and white?
The 60s was color, wasn't
Yep,
it?
60s was color.
Color 60
Color.
color. Were there bikinis?
No,
No.
Really? They lived on an island and
All right, I'll watch the Last Jedi.
they were kids.
The mom wasn't.
Last Jedi it is.
Last Jedi. It is.
The dad was
I
topless a
can get a
lot.
Mary Poppins.
Did he
scene
wear a
out of that.
bikini?
No. Somebody wrote a zebra. I don't know. Blake, You get to pick 2 from listener feedback this week since we're running low here on time. 2 questions.
Time now for the bomb listener feedback. Sponsored by Freaky Peloton commercials.
Oh, please.
Did you guys see that Peloton commercial?
Okay, so everything on Twitter is blowing up about the lady that's doing a diary for a year of her doing the Peloton.
I saw the commercial.
It's a V blog.
Yeah, and they said
blog.
it's a commercial.
It's creepy.
And they said
I thought it was creepy.
people on Twitter are blowing up and thinking it's a trailer for a new Black Mirror episode.
Could have been.
It could
Okay, I
be.
never
That's a
paid
great
attention
idea.
to this. I've never paid that close attention to it. But I mean, it just felt like, yeah, she got a bike and, yeah.
Oh my
For
god,
a
I
year-
fucking hate this commercial. I
I-
Her
hate
husband
it.
basically telling her she's fat.
She's a
and
buck
then
10.
She feels
Did he-
completely
she's
already
obligated to
skinny.
do a V blog about.
Well,
the
you don't
whole
have
thing.
to ride bikes just to lose
Let's
weight.
also-
You ride bikes to keep tone
Well,
and be in
Well,
shape.
and the other thing is she's talking about how difficult it is to get up in the morning and ride thing too. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, if
He's
they
torturing her.
started off this commercial saying how much she wanted a Peloton bike, I would have said, yeah, okay, it would make more sense. But that's not the way it came
It's
out.
just funny
It was
because
just-
those commercials are awful.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it a dozen times and never
Really?
thought a thing about it.
It is creepy.
It creeps me out, really.
It
I was
does.
like, this is weird.
Every time it's
don't
on, I
like
yell
it.
at the TV, and my wife's like, "Calm down." I was like, "No, it is creepy."
Some of it is her
No,
eyes.
like-
She's just got her eyes are too big. She's
Yeah.
like a Lita or something.
And I'm like, why are you video
5 days in a row.
Diary-
Can you believe it? I
your
can't.
rides on? It's just weird.
You-
And
you-
now
oh, wait,
this
no,
is
no,
a-
no.
and
Have
this
you-
is for
have
the
you- have
next
you-
Christmas? And for the next Christmas, it's a gift to you, husband. You
Here's
know?
my vlog.
Have you lived in this culture for the last 10 years? People documenting everything in their life for other people to watch.
Especially
that's
people who
what
are
happens
fitness
all the
buffs who
fuck.
are like-
Yeah, especially fitness buffs.
On a side note,
That
Opie
doesn't
will
su-
be going live on YouTube next year with a camera in the studio, so be ready for that.
Got a
History of Bad Ideas.
We are
Sponsored
never
by
going live.
Peloton.
Oh, you could.
We will
Only
release
$25.99,
recordings. We will
$99.99 a
never
month.
go live.
You know what we should do? All of us get on the Peloton bikes while we're doing the podcast. But here's the best part. So
Okay, we didn't build a fitness studio here. We built a recording studio.
With
I don't think we
butterscotch
can
cashews.
exactly.
So Peloton bikes, that one costs $2,200. It is $38 a month for the exercises for the.
But that's for the whole
subscription.
family. That's for the whole family.
oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah, not just one.
My
person.
3.5-year-old can use it then.
But
Right,
you know,
they
but you
could
know what?
destroy
Peloton is a cult.
Oh,
It's
it's.
a cult. There
Well-
are people that do it. They love it.
Oh
too.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
weird.
look.
And that's
uh,
fine if you're into it, but those commercials are
There are
fucking
fitness
annoying.
cults. I mean, well, look at the CrossFit. That's a cult.
I don't think anybody under $1 million a year is using a Peloton bike in those commercials, according to the commercials.
No.
Here's my, raised, elevated, bar that I'm going to put my bike
Here's
on.
the thing. If
Well, they are appealing to the people who can't afford it.
Correct,
if you're,
2,200.
if you're
They
that,
are not appealing to me.
Okay.
if you're that beautiful of a TV family and the entire corner of your house is nothing but glass overlooking a countryside, you're the kind of prick that's on the road causing me to be late to work in the morning. Because you don't have to go to work in the morning because you're out bicycling with your little Speedo suit and helmet for practice.
No,
Because
no, no.
you don't have to go to work because you're filthy rich already.
But they're not out bicycling. They're at home
that's where the
bicycling.
commercial is wrong.
The best part is, though, that people start analyzing the back of it. With the back of the background, and they're like, those trees don't seem even. Well, this one has a house in it, like the same vlog she's making. They're like, are they moving? Is she moving?
she
Constantly
moved?
moving?
Moved her 3 times.
Have they moved her 3 times?
He actually has her captive. He's like a fucking 50 Shades. He's got his wife captive, making her run Peloton.
Are those their real children?
Yeah.
So anyway, listener feedback is brought to you by Peloton.
No, hold on. Let me get you this.
And the next Black Mirror episode.
All right, what am I doing? What am I reading?
Time out. For Peloton, let me give you a couple good ones from Twitter.
Okay,
Matt
yeah.
Fernandez. That Peloton commercial would be better if at the end you found out she used it to train hard every day, so that the following year she could beat the shit out of her husband for buying her an exercise bike for Christmas. Let's see. This seems like a trailer for the new season of Black Mirror. Please, I want this now. Let's see here. When is Peloton going to make an honest commercial and demonstrate how much laundry it can hold?
How many days in between workouts that bike actually gets?
Adam Todd Brown.
She had 6 workouts. They showed them all in the commercial.
That would have been funny if that was it. She just did 6.
6 for the entire year.
You know that half the people who have these, they ride them just enough that when they get on it, it says, update pending, please wait. Please wait. And they're like, fuck the bike. They leave, you come back down. 3 weeks
they don't
later,
get
they
on.
get on and they're like, update pending, please wait.
Oh, wait, the buffering's horrible. The video. Okay, everybody, here we go. Buffering.
Cincinnati, I 50 miles.
Okay,
Jason in Cincinnati, keep it.
Buffering.
The best is Adam Todd Brown. My favorite commercial right now is that Peloton commercial where one guy buys his perfectly fit wife a Peloton for Christmas, and she gets revenge by making him watch a video of her using it for a year.
It's freaky, man. I'm telling you. You know, one of the best responses was my kids asked me, "Why are you riding bicycles indoors that don't go anywhere?"
That's a damn good point.
No offense, but aren't the only people that are using these already fit? I mean,
Well,
fat
if you-
people
if
aren't
you
going to
look at the
be using a
Peloton
damn
commercials-
Peloton. They got to
Yeah.
work up to a
Because
Peloton.
fat people like myself at least
You can
already
include me
know.
in that.
Yeah, okay. I'm talking to my fat friend Jeff here. Fat people like us are smart. We're not paying $2,500 for something that we know we're going to throw the laundry on, right?
That's right.
We're going to spend $1,555 at Goodwill or
$9.99 at
Reading
Planet
Center.
Fitness.
We're going to drop it in the basement. We're going to ride it 3 days.
Forget about it.
Forget
until
about
we-
that shit. Give it away at the yard sale, and 2 months later, go back and Goodwill and buy another one.
Alex at Alex Abads, I'll do the last one here. The Peloton commercial is like a German fairy tale. Satan buys a beautiful woman a magical bike. Each day she must spin or nightmarish things happen to her loved ones. Then she loves him. Then she dies.
That's a good one.
I asked that woman in the Peloton commercial to blink twice if she needs help, but I think her husband already Botoxed her eyelids for her birthday. It was a sexy
I'm telling you,
maid.
it's the eyes. It's what's so creepy, man. She's
It's really. It is. She's holding the thing. It's day 6. It's like, oh my god.
Then outrage.
Did she kill him at the end of the video diary?
Here's the
That'd be
best part.
pretty- it's
Barstool Sports did a fake article. They're like, outrage mob is fired up about Peloton commercial, which encourages good health. Oh, God, I love it.
It gave a lot of good fodder.
It did. Fuckers.
Yeah.
$2,200.
Still freaks me out, man.
Oh, you know that their stock's going up right now.
Oh, God, yeah.
So now do we have listener feedback now that we're 57 minutes in?
All right.
All right, which two am I doing?
Which two do you
Whichever
like
one
better?
you want. I think there's a question about Peloton bikes.
All right, this is from TLB at Hobie Blake. This is proof that this is not me on the Twitterverse.
It is
The
Blake.
final NASCAR race of the year was last Sunday. Did anyone know this? No, because I'm a Formula One guy. I'm a sophisticated racer.
I like Formula One.
That's right.
No, because I hate all auto racing equally.
It is staggering how NASCAR has fallen, like in popularity the
Well,
last.
it was ridiculously high at a unsustainable level of popularity.
I think
about
it Peter principled in sports. If I could use that.
It's like a Peloton bike. It got really good, big.
Do I need to explain Peter principle for the joke?
yes,
No,
because
go
I
look
don't
up.
get it.
Go look
Oh,
it up.
I'll just imagine what I think it would
It's-
mean.
I think Peter Griffin.
It's superseded.
Oh, it has to do with dicks, right?
Peter Griffin.
Exactly. No, it superseded its actual.
Could you explain what
Yeah.
supersede it means?
Well, the
And
NFL,
principle-
that's why the NFL is trying to get into England because they know they're pretty much oversaturated in the U.S.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was just the NHL. It's just amazing how much it's fallen over the years.
The NHL.
I mean, sorry, NASCAR. NHL never grew. I love NHL, but guess what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it is amazing. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be, but it's still pretty popular, though, right?
Well, amongst Kentucky
Yeah,
and Alabama.
It's a hell of a thing to go see live, so I've heard.
it is. It is very enjoyable to go see live. I will
Meow.
agree with that.
But watching it on TV
Meow.
was
Is
brutal.
that a cat that just ran by?
Meow.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you sit in your little corner, and then they drive 2 miles away and come back.
I'm talking a little bit more about the experience, the tailgate, and then going to the event, seeing there's usually more than
Is it
one
loud?
event
Yeah, I
weekend.
can drink beer
The
at home
loud-
on my couch.
What you feel as it goes by, it's strong, or whatever. I get the idea, the fan of it, but not the watching of it. I mean, it's a fucking left turn.
4 of them.
Not for Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt.
Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt.
Wow.
Hey, look, there's a checkers. Ew.
And wrapping up listener feedback with Professor Number One and Doctor Number One. How does Dr. Bednar feel about his Cleveland Browns this season?
It's very enjoyable season. Are we not having fun?
Are we not having
Every
fun?
Sunday.
I'm doing a
Every
video blog of the whole thing, and it's great, and I'm loving every bit of it. It's just awesome.
I know Jason was limiting you there, but I did like this question from Dana.
Okay.
Since Dr. Bednar is a doctor and a musician, what is the best music to listen to if you are sick?
Dr. Feelgood.
Ooh, Motley Crue. I like it.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know who that was.
Nothing. Yeah.
A Motley Crue. Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, Motley Crue.
There you go. See? See?
And a very honest answer to that question, it is whatever you like the most in music. Listen to that. The one part of music that you like the most. Don't go listen to something new that you're not sure of.
Because you'll associate that with being ill, and you can never
It's just,
appreciate it.
you may never appreciate it. What do you like the most? You don't have to have your favorite artist or anything, but grab the type of music you like the most and listen to that because it's going to help you feel good.
Not stuff that
Maybe
makes
that's
you
Dr.
sick.
Feel Good.
But
If the
if
crew makes you feel good,
but if
then
I'm sick, don't I want to listen
Crew
to miserable music like country or something? So
if
you know, it
are a
matches my
miserable
mood?
country fan, then
I'm not a
yes,
country fan at all.
Then you should not.
We do.
But I want to.
You want to.
I
Feel
want to
worse.
listen to the way I
So the
feel.
idea of wanting to feel worse than what you already feel,
Knowing that there's a world
That's
out there
called
that
depression.
likes this stuff makes me feel better.
Well, you know,
and
if
I'd like
you're
you to
homesick,
I'd like you to see my friend down the hall, Dr. Feelgood.
if you're homesick, you listen to Country Road.
Country
Take me
Road.
That's right.
To the place.
My country road. We did get a question on Twitter. Linda at Trapped Wife says, "What's the best music to use while you're pedaling on a Peloton bike?" Any thoughts?
You ever see the movie Get Out?
Speed metal. I have not.
Get out. One of these days, a Peloton person on the video is going to be going, "Way to go, Susan in California, get out!" and Jesse in Montana, get out.
That's going to be the new. That's going to be the sequel to Get Out. He's just trapped on a bike. Help!
I'm literally stuck in this bike. Get me out.
Get out of the bike.
They built me a glass room overlooking the mountains. Help me!
Here you go, Linda. Pedal faster, faster. Get me out of here.
Well, then, honestly, though, if the only thing I had to do for the entire year was use a Peloton bike
You
and
still
not
wouldn't.
worry about...
You still want it?
I might. If I didn't have to worry about going to work or making money or paying bills, all I had to worry about was riding a Peloton bike an hour a day, I think I could do it.
I mean, isn't that what Peloton does? They go out and they like sacrifice fitness instructors and put their soul into the bike, and that's actually their
They're
soul,
actually trapped
their
in
spirit.
there.
They're actually trapped in the bike in the.
It's like
That's not a
in the
remote
tablet?
video. That is the soul of a fitness
This is the soul of a
instructor.
fitness
it's like
instructor.
Zod stuck in the
I'm stuck in a two-dimensional realm.
If you don't pedal one,
That's actually their Christmas marketing thing. If you buy a Peloton bike, everyone has a soul of a gym rat in it. Professional trainer.
If you pedal enough, I can finally be free.
I'd rather put laundry on it.
No, I can't.
Oh wait, hold on, switching channels. Look, the Simpsons are on.
help me out.
Move the sweatpants over so I can see.
Oh, Peloton, we're
So
CrossFit
Jordan
trainers.
Peele
believe
and Black
that.
Mirror, get your shit together right now,
we
and
just
all
gave him the
endorsements can go
episode.
to Hobie right here.
We just gave him the episode. Let's trademark it.
Send checks payable to Dr. Bednar.
So, news of the geek.
IOUs.
There is none.
That'll
Okay,
work.
moving on. Let's do some draft day.
Oh, skipping it. Well, there really wasn't any good news anyway.
Yeah, we're
was
doing
there?
draft day.
Been pretty terrible news.
What do we want? Draft day! Draft day, draft day, I want a draft day. Draft day, we need a draft day. History bad ideas, yeah! Draft day!
That is the best music that we have on this podcast. It's amazing. Draft day.
Jealous?
I like the chorus.
No, that was
I like the verses.
sorry. That was me trying to impersonate Jason impersonating Heno in the song.
I'm Heno.
I like
Draft day, draft
I like
day.
the guitar riffs.
I do too.
Yeah.
At least you could play a guitar right
Nice they
now.
were generated, computer generated.
Hell,
CGI Jar Jar shit.
hell, even at this point, I think Jeff now could do a better guitar than Dr. Bednar.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Probably could
Wow.
already.
Faker
I can do a pull-on,
I'm pretty
pull-off.
terrible at guitar. Actually.
That's about all I can do.
or bass. Who sleeps with a bass player? Anyways, let's see here.
Dave's wife.
Right.
So draft day this
And
week.
Dave's not even a bass player.
Which day?
From Nisi, one of our favorite Indiana listeners. She said, "Can you draft Mary Tyler Moore, the TV show?" So kids, get back into your Wayback Machines and take a look at this. It's a great sitcom.
It is a quality sitcom
Yep.
and holds up to this day.
Is it on TV still?
Probably not.
It's
but
when Lou Grant was actually sane.
Lou Reed?
Lou Grant.
Ed Asner?
Hugh Grant?
I mean, Ed Asner.
I mean, Lou Grant is the same thing because he. Is,
Well, that was my pick for Lou
I'm
Grant was
sorry.
Lou Reed. Damn it!
You can still do it.
Damn it!
Did you ever hear Ed Asner's 9/11 theories?
I-
They're the ravings of a madman.
I don't want to hear them.
Oh, they're pretty wild. Anyways,
It was an inside job, you know.
yeah, of course.
So I knocked down the headphones again. Anyway, so Dr. Bednar, since you're the guest, you get to go first. Basically, it's a draft like a sports draft. Once it's picked, the person they can't be picked again. We are doing Mary Richards, Lou Grant.
Which was Mary Tyler Moore.
Sorry, Mary Tyler Moore. Lou Grant, Ed Asner. He was the producer of the news, tough and grumpy but kind-hearted. Ted Baxter, a.k.a. Ted Knight, played by Ted Knight.
We're waiting.
Dim-witted, vain, and miserly anchorman. Makes a lot of mistakes.
Miserly?
Yeah. Murray Slaughter, that is Gavin McLeod, head writer of the
McLeod.
news.
Gavin McLeod.
And we're,
Of the Cloud McLeod.
and we're also doing Rhoda, right?
Yeah, Rhoda Morgan.
Son of a bitch, that's Valerie Harper's
No, you
character.
didn't. There's only 4 on this page.
You didn't read the update, did you? He
I
even
didn't-
sent it
I
out
didn't
an
even
hour
get the
later.
fucking update.
Well, Valerie's on there, too.
The
Valerie
reason
Harper.
we were doing this was because Valerie Harper recently passed, is why Nisi asked us to do this. It would be dumb to do it without Valerie as one of the choices.
And
Or,
who
sorry,
is-
Rhoda as one
who
of
is
the
Rhoda?
Concur.
Who is Rhoda?
Rhoda
Is
is
that
Valerie
Valerie on
Harper, played by Valerie Harper.
Exactly.
I got it. I don't know why you didn't.
We didn't get it.
Conspiracy.
Don't worry. You're going to win anyway.
Oh,
Did
Jason,
Ed Asner put you up to this?
yes.
Inside job.
Blake, they're treating you like you're
So-
just a guest.
so-
It's an inside job.
So you got to hurry up and find a
Rhoda.
Valerie
a
Harper?
Rhoda.
Well, I
Well,
already
don't
got
get a
mine.
Valerie Harper,
I
get a
already
Rhoda.
know what mine's
A
gonna
Rhoda?
be.
A Rhoda.
Okay.
Best friend, a little the kooky best friend.
Eccentric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Bednar, you go first. Who are you picking?
Oh, that's right. I get to choose between the.
Yeah, the order.
Or
You pick
You can pick
whoever
anyone you
you
want.
want. You fill whatever position you want.
Have you done one?
You want the quarterback, you draft him first. Or
and you can
want
put
the
them
wide
with
receiver?
any person, place, or thing you want.
And Nisi, since this is your pick, or your choice, you get to pick the winner, preferably within a couple days. And if you any listeners out there that want to do it, send
at
it on
least
over.
within 7.
Send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast, and we can draft a team or show or anything.
What's my award when I win?
Bragging rights.
There you go.
Get a Hoosier.
Not even a couple IOUs?
No IOUs.
You don't even do
involved with
IOUs
this.
for that. Damn. All right.
No.
Well, glad.
IOUs are special. If you get one, you did real.
You hold
good.
on to it.
I didn't even Hobie this.
If you win, you get a Kiss comic book framed.
Written in Kiss blood.
All right. Well, That's going straight home.
All
right,
you
I'll
speak
take
confidently.
I'll
don't
take
you?
Ted Knight only because this was the one that I struggled with because I
You
honestly
can't take
wanted
Ted
to-
Knight. He was the guy.
Sorry,
Ted Baxter.
Ted Baxter.
Okay.
Ted Knight's character. Because I really want to take the actor
I
that would
can't
play
pick Ted Knight to play him.
Waiting.
That's all I care about for Ted Knight.
So who do
I'm
you
going to
think-
go Ringo Starr.
If you make all fucking Beatles, I'm going to fucking hedge your other elbow. Well, I guess Dr. Bednar's
Pain and
on.
misery makes mistakes.
Blake, you're next.
Next, I am going to go with my Mary Richards,
Okay.
my original Mary Tyler Moore,
The quarterback of
quarterback.
the team.
I have to
Associate
pick.
producer.
I have to take a quarterback here.
Okay.
In this draft, it's the most important position.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going with Megan Kelly.
Oh God, I don't want to see your rendition.
Well, Jeff, it's down to us. It's a 50-50 shot and we're going to win.
I actually took this one semi-serious.
I did too.
Unlike I
I did
normally
too.
do. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Not with Megan Kelly.
Yeah, I did.
Not as a first.
Well, she's not
pick.
doing anything else right now.
Are you discrediting her as a newswoman?
Nope. I'm just saying she doesn't have a job.
It's like Mary Tyler.
I'm going to go with my Ted Baxter,
Okay.
and I'm going to pick
Wow.
Stephen Colbert.
Okay. It's not bad. That's not bad.
I love the Colbert Report. He showed
Colbert
he
from
could-
the Colbert
he-
Show, or the Colbert Report, or from
from the Colbert Report.
no,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Because I was going to say, or it could have been from the the weekly news. Daily
Yeah, no,
news.
not the nightly
Nightly-
show.
the nightly-
late
daily-
late night.
No,
The Late Show.
the late.
Yeah, the late show. That's it.
Anyway, so that's yours.
What's the one that what's his name does now?
Tonight Show.
Yeah, no,
Late night.
the Comedy Central show that he got started on.
Daily Show.
Daily Show.
Trevor Noah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
What are we doing here, people? Shut the fuck up. Jesus.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay, I'm going my
If
Rhoda.
you need a draft, there's Trevor Noah for
Played
you,
by
Jason.
Valerie Harper. And
The late Valerie Harper.
Yep. I'm going with Sandy Duncan.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy Duncan.
Really?
Yep.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Because I'll be honest, I completely forgot we were picking Rhoda.
Hey, you know what? If you're doing a chitty chitty bang bang angle here,
No, I was doing a Hogan family angle.
Yeah. Sandy Duncan replaced Valerie Harper on Valerie / the Hogan family.
was she even in chitty chitty bang bang?
I don't know. Why are we
I
not
don't
talking?
think so. No, wasn't that like
Dr.
Angela
Bednar, you're up
Lansbury?
I'll go with my Mary Richards,
Uh-huh.
and I really wanted to go with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, but I'm going to go with Paul McCartney.
You know, there is a slot for Pete Best in this.
I'm just saying, I had to choose between two that I came up with.
Okay, Blake.
I don't know.
Your second round.
Or Heather Mills.
Second round. All right, I'm going to go with my Ed Asner, Lou Grant. Lou Grant. I'm going with
Lou Reed.
Burl Ives.
He was a little crazy.
He was crazy.
Yeah, he was a little wild. He was a little... Are you
Burl
going just
Ives
'cause of his look?
or Burl Ives
Burl Ives.
as the snowman. Burl Ives.
All the Burl Ives characters that sing and narrate.
All wrapped into one.
Yes.
Okay.
Good voice for it, though. I'll
Jeff,
give you that.
I like our chances.
I know
he's
my
iconic.
chances are getting better. My Lou Grant.
Uh-huh.
I'm going Lou Grant. I'm going with Nick Offerman.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I think he can pull that off.
Okay. I'm going my Murray Slaughter, Gavin McLeod.
Of the Clan McLeod.
I'm going Jason Bateman. I think that's a good call.
You are going the Hogan family.
I never said that. Never said that.
I think I've got this one in the bag.
Never said that. Dr. Bednar, round 3.
What beetle are you taking this round?
Well,
A dung beetle.
I wanted to do Lou Grant as
Lou Reed?
Peter Finch from Network,
Uh-huh.
but I'd rather go with John Lennon.
I kind of like your group, actually. Go figure.
Moving on, Blake, round 3.
Well, Baxter.
Uh-huh.
Dim-witted, vain, miserly anchorman, frequently makes mistakes. Going Ron Burgundy.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. That's not
He's
bad.
back. He's back in the game.
He's back.
Megan Kelly, you whore.
Ooh.
Stay classy, San Diego. Jeff, round 3.
I think I'm going to go. I'm round 3. I'm taking my quarterback here, my
Okay.
Mary
Get a
Richards.
quality pick.
Oh, Mary.
One that slid through all the cracks and
I
could
can't-
turn out to be like the Jackson of the
I
draft.
can't believe she's still available. I mean, this
She's
is
the Ravens?
this is the person that looked. She's the new girl moving into the big city. I think it'd be played perfectly by Margot Robbie.
I had her down as an option.
And you didn't draft her.
That's
that
fine.
was your mistake.
I don't want her.
Everyone wants her.
Ugh. I'm going my.
Everybody
That's a good
wants
pick.
her.
I'm going my Ted Baxter. Well, yes. I'm going Oliver Platt. I think he could pull it off.
I can't disagree.
I think Oliver Platt is crazy enough to do it. I like him.
Not one I thought of, but
I was proud of that one. Bednar, go ahead.
You don't seem to be excited about my next pick. Like you seem
Pete
perturbed.
Best. George Carlin.
No, just because I've chosen 3 Beatles is just a coincidence because they all seem to fit
Yoko.
the roles and the parts.
They do.
So who's your
Just
next
saying.
pick?
I mean, they based Mary Tyler Moore off of the Beatles cartoon.
in the land where I was born.
Okay, go ahead.
It was, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we might as well do Valerie. I mean, Rhoda. And actually, I was thinking that a really good option for her would be Marge Simpson. I'm going to go with Yoko Ono, though.
Okay.
I hope that elbow doesn't hurt after I punch it. Blake, what's your next round? Fourth round.
I really like Chris's.
Yeah, you would. Easy.
do.
Eliminate him. Go ahead.
Murray Slaughter, Gavin McLeod, head writer of the news, Mary's closest co-worker. I had to go with Connor McLeod.
Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod.
Correct.
I like it.
Christopher Lambert's Connor McLeod.
Okay.
Not the TV show bullshit.
Well, that was Duncan McLeod. That was
No,
his cousin.
yeah, we don't-
You want
don't-
Connor McLeod.
Yeah, not that Duncan. Wrong Duncan.
Duncan Tino.
I'm going to go with my Rhoda,
Okay.
and I'm going to take Tina Fey.
Okay.
I think Tina Fey can be a good Rhoda.
I'm going different on my Lou Grant, my Ed Asner character.
So you are going to Lou Reed.
No. Octavia Spencer. I feel like she has the chops to do it.
Okay.
I really thought, like, when I saw that, I was like, she could do it.
I can't disagree.
Who's Octavia again?
She was in
She was in
The
the
Help?
fish movie where the fish fucked the chick.
Scent of a Fish or whatever it's called.
She was in that?
Scent of a fish.
Is that what it was called? What is it called? What is that called?
Scent of a fish. 50 scales of grit.
Sense of Water? Or what is that?
The Shape of Water?
There it is.
She was in that? I never saw it, but I didn't know she was in it.
Chicken of the sea.
I like the 50 scales of grit. It wasn't Scent of a Fish.
Was she not? Was she not was Octavia's not in that? movie?
She was in it. She was
Yeah,
the
thank
assistant.
you.
Yeah.
She got a freaking Oscar, didn't she, for supporting actress
And
in that movie?
No,
not
that was
in that movie.
That was
no,
the
it was-
NASA movie.
It was from.
She got it from The Help, didn't she? Her Oscar?
And then she was
Yes.
nominated for the NASA one.
The Hidden Figures?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, round 5.
That was actually a really good pick. I will give you that. Not
Better
as
than
good
Yoko
as-
Ono.
Not as good as my next pick. Well, all I have left is Ted Baxter. All right. Yeah.
No.
No, I already
You already
did
went
that.
with Ted.
You got Lou Grant.
No, I need Murray Slaughter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Murray Slaughter. Oh, I can see this is a Murray Slaughter.
Can't take Connor McLeod.
I can't.
You can take Duncan McLeod, though.
You can take Duncan McLeod.
That's just saying. That's the paddling. Better be ready. What you got?
Your health insurance premium is paid up to date, right?
George.
Jorge Harrison
R. Martin.
George.
Jetson. George Jetson. George the Eighth.
George Yates.
Good pick. Good pick.
I don't think. Now that I said, I don't think there have been 8 Georges.
Only the best Beatle, George Harrison.
The best Beatle. I agree with him on that. George is my favorite Beatle.
That's right.
The
You know what?
quiet one.
You know what?
George Harrison, loud and proud.
That's a good pick.
Tell me that does
right.
not match each one of those Beatles perfectly.
It
Yeah,
did.
but-
That's what I said. It was based on the Beatles cartoon.
And even Yoko is Rhoda, although I liked Rhoda a lot.
And
She should have
didn't
been
like
Linda
Yoko?
McCartney.
Was she an artist?
Should have been Heather Mills.
Yeah, it was like the one-legged model.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll change my Rhoda to just the Apple figure
There you go.
icon.
Billy Preston.
Yeah.
No, Clarence. He was the fifth Beatle.
That's right.
Clarence Carter.
I don't think you guys.
Hey, John, let's get Clarence out of the band and steal all his great songs.
Go ahead, Blake. What's your fifth round?
Rhonda.
Uh-huh.
Rhoda. I'm going to go with
Rhoda.
Dead Valerie Harper.
Oh, okay. I
I meant the
guarantee.
CGI version of her, not the dead
You could have
body.
done. You
Oh.
could have said Carrie Fisher, maybe.
Now you can do
No.
hologram.
Yeah.
You might as well have taken James Dean. I mean, come on.
I don't think you would
George
fit.
Harrison.
Go ahead, Jeff. Round 5.
I've got my Murray Slaughter left.
Okay.
And even though Connor McLeod was a good pick,
Thank you.
I'm going to go with Keegan Michael Key.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
I think he would play the banter between, the Murray Mary banter would be great between Keegan and Margot. Perfect.
You saying George Harrison can't banter?
Not that since he's dead, yes.
My final pick is Mary Richards, Mary Tyler Moore's character.
Oh, quarterback in the 5th round. Ooh.
She may be a little older for her part because this is a 30-year-old part, but I like the Jenny Slate, the comedian. I mean, not that. I meant
Crickets.
I meant Rose Byrne. Rose Byrne.
You meant Schlesinger?
I meant
Isla
Jenny Slate.
Schlesinger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I meant Jenny
Yeah.
Slate, actually.
I don't
Go on,
know
Jenny Slate. Look her up. Okay, so
I could give you Christina Applegate.
no.
I had her on my list as a backup.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here's my pick. Mary Richards is Jenny Slate. Lou Grant is Octavia Spencer from Scent of Fish. Ted Baxter is Oliver Platt. Murray Slaughter is Jason Bateman. Rhoda, a.k.a. Rhonda, is Sandy Duncan. Jeff, what you got?
I've got Mary as Margot Robbie. I've got Lou as Nick Offerman. I've got Ted as Stephen Colbert. Murray as Keegan Michael Key. And Rhoda Tina Fey.
Blake?
All right, so my Mary Tyler Moore, producer of news, is Megan Kelly. My Ed Asner, Lou Grant, producer of the news, tough but grumpy, kind-hearted, but mine can sing. Burl Ives. Got Ted, dim-witted, vain, miserly anchorman, Ron Burgundy. And then Gavin McLeod, of course, is replaced by Connor McLeod. And, of course, Rhonda, Dead Valerie Harper.
Shut up, Bednar. Anyways,
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
And Yoko.
intern Hackney.
I'm going to throw this out. I've got a problem with Chris's picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You don't want Yoko in there.
Because he's got Paul McCartney as Mary, and his best friend definitely couldn't be played by Yoko.
Well, you fucked that up, so he's out. Let's see here.
You guys
could've
don't know
made-
how close they were.
Yeah, it's true.
Intern Hackney submitted one.
All right.
And these are up for competition, too. They can win.
Unless we drafted someone that they put up.
Mary Richards is Leah Remini. You mother.
I see where this is going.
Lou Grant is Jerry Stiller. Ted Baxter is Kevin James. Murray Slaughter is Patton Oswalt. And Rhoda is Nicole Sullivan. You sons of bitches.
You love all those
You know you're going to get that
actors.
every week.
You son of a bitch. The good news is we do have another one on here. This is going to be from Dev. So be ready for this one. Let's see here. Mary is going...
Mary.
Alexandra Daddario.
Ooh, yeah.
Lou is Ice Cube.
Cube or T?
Cube.
Should be T.
Ted is Bernie Sanders. Ted's a good one with Bernie Sanders. See what you do is everyone gets money.
Down the hall.
Sorry. It's out the door and down the hall now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we have a door. We have to actually leave the door now.
Murray is...
Who are you impersonating?
I'm Bernie Sanders. Ah!
Oh, I get it now. Yeah.
No, it
I'm
sounded
Kamala
like,
Harris.
Sounded like that South Carolina senator who was running for. Who was it?
Howard Dean.
We're gonna go to Texas. Ah!
Howard Dean.
Yeah, Howard
Dean, that's what it was, Dean. Yeah.
I was like, Bernie. I'm Bernie Sanders. Everyone gets money. Ah!
Are you fit to be on the presidential campaign, Bernie? Yeah. Oh, there's a heart attack. Another one. It's okay. I'm okay. I only got 3. I'm fine. I'm okay.
We got socialized medicine. I'll pay.
Murray is Patrick Stewart, and Rhoda is Sophia Bush. So there you go. So, Nisi, tell us who you won.
Was that one of the Bush daughters?
Sure.
Sure.
I think it is, actually. Let's see here.
Alexander Daddario.
How many hours? What are we at?
We're at 124.
Okay. Let's do quick box office news, and then we'll go straight to top 5.
Transmission commencing.
This is Wookiee Radio. Translated for the Wookiee impaired. I like that Wookiee. Your hosts, Ken, Derek, and Mike, bring you the latest news and commentary from the far reaches of the galaxy.
Hold it. Hold it. I said hold it.
Subscribe today on iTunes and Stitcher.
I just assumed it's a Wookiee.
Start listening today, and remember,
The Force will be with you, always.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Yeah, Charlie's Angels still bombs because men don't like action movies, apparently.
Yes. I made $3.2 million last week, Jeff. Down 61% from an already dismal one. It's at a total of $14 million domestically.
$14 million total.
Yes.
And its budget was $48 million budget.
$51 million worldwide total.
So it got its money back if you don't consider marketing.
Yes.
Which they marketed the fuck out of
Yes.
and did nothing.
What else we got? What's the top 5?
Top 5 this week. Number 1 for the second straight week, Frozen 2. It made another $85.5 million, a total $288 million on an unknown budget. So I heard there was violence at a Frozen 2.
Yes, there was violence at a Frozen 2 movie premiere. Not premiere, but showing between 2 parents, wasn't it?
I didn't quite get the entire
There's 2 female
story.
parents. There was some issues. They had to call the cops, which is now the funniest thing because everybody online goes, there was no violence at any Joker movie showings.
Frozen 2, more violence than
Yep.
the Joker.
Ban Frozen 2.
People
Hashtag.
just can't let it go.
I do love that everybody was freaking out about Joker and nothing happened. And people are like, no, of course not. It's a movie.
It actually inspired Dancing on Stairs.
I know, which is great.
It's awesome. I'm waiting for Frozen 3. Thaw.
Wasn't that Ice Age 3?
Oh, or 7.
Oh, anyway, number 2.
No, it's great.
Number 2, Knives Out. It opened in the extended weekend, so over the regular weekend it did $27 million, a total of 42, because of Thanksgiving opening. $40 million budget.
I really want to see this.
This is one I want to see. I might have to find a way to get out sometime in the next. Oh God! Unfortunately, it's a busy time at work, so I won't have a whole lot of time to go see a movie, unless I just skip work. I should skip work.
Just skip.
can't I? Okay. It's like school. You just skip, and you can make it up
Oh,
some
yeah.
other time.
You get detention.
Number 3, Ford v Ferrari made $13 million, a total of $81 million on a $97 million budget. Well, this is like its third week, and it still hasn't made its budget back?
That's kind of disappointing. But it is a good story, Enzo Ferrari, if you know.
I've actually heard that it's fantastic.
Well, what if I don't like Enzo Ferrari or Carroll Shelby?
Well, the problem is Shelby's a true American hero.
He's G.I.
And
Joe?
Enzo, nobody liked Enzo Ferrari because Enzo Ferrari was a prick.
Let me guess.
Well, kind
Ford wins. USA, yay.
Wasn't Ferrari such a prick that, like, Lamborghini decided to go leave his company and make his own
it's the story.
company?
Yeah, I don't know if the movie touches it, but, Ford was buying Ferrari to get into the sports car business, and Enzo, kind of at the last minute, is like, yeah, you give me all this money, but I'm running the show. And Ford was like, no, we bought you. And he's like, screw you. And Ford got pissed off. and that's why they went to go to beat him in Le Mans the following season. All right, then we're going to build a sports car and kick it. Lamborghini, same thing. Lamborghini used to make farm equipment and tractors, and he actually bought a Ferrari, and he was having pedal stick issues. The pedals would stick, and so he took his pedal engineering from one of his tractors and went to go see Enzo. And Enzo, he's like, hey, I got one of your cars. The pedals are sticking, but I got this great design for pedals that we use. And here you go. And Enzo's like, fuck you, you make farm equipment. These guys like.
So he said, not anymore.
So that day, Lamborghini was so pissed off, he went back to his factory and said, we're no longer making tractors, we're making sports cars.
Did you say he had a Peloton issue?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And number 4 for the week.
I mean, I don't know if it went down verbatim like that, but yeah, kind of.
For verbatim,
much,
I think in his
that was your drunk
perfect
history version of it.
Enzo, Enzo Ferrari. That's the reason why everybody got into racing is to beat Enzo because Enzo is such a prick to everybody.
Okay, moving on.
Number 4, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood made another $12 million, a total of $34.5 million on a $25 million budget.
I mean, that's why Mr. Rogers got into PBN public television.
Because fuck
Ferrari.
Enzo.
Fucking Ferrari.
Because Enzo was such a
Enzo's
prick.
an asshole. Mr. Rogers is like, I'm going to make a good
Mr. Rogers
TV
went to
show for
Enzo and said,
children.
hey, I got a great Pinocchio TV show. With puppets
We're
and
gonna
a
have
king.
trolleys and
We're going to have
puppets.
trolleys and everything else. Enzo said, fuck you.
Fuck you, buddy.
Mr. Rogers said,
Fuck you, Enzo. I'm going to the
Enzo.
land of
I'm going to
maker.
make my own
He
neighborhood.
goes, fuck you, I kick my King Friday and shove it up your ass.
What the hell is happening this week?
Fuck you. And number 5 this
I
week.
mean, that's why Jason started this podcast. He went to Enzo Ferrari.
I got a great idea for a
I got
podcast.
a great idea for a podcast. It's going to be all about Ferraris. He's like, hey, fuck you, Jason.
Jason.
I don't need
History
you.
of bad ideas.
I'm
is
rich
boring.
already. And Jason said, fuck you. I'm making a podcast.
Legend.
Because you got a bad idea, Enzo.
Hashtag legend.
And then History of Bad Ideas was formed.
Queen and Slim?
Number 5, Queen and Slim made $12 million in its opening weekend on a $20 million budget.
Okay, so please explain what's coming up. Please advise.
Well, Jim's not here. He's the one that actually knows
Don't
what
worry,
these
just keep going.
movies-
I got.
we've got Playmobil.
Okay, so Playmobil is a very bad Lego movie ripoff about the Playmobil figures.
Oh, that's what it is.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. It got a lot of marketing like 3-4 months ago, and then they realized that, oh, this is not testing well at all. Like, it's horrible. And so you can read the review up at nerdly.co.uk. Not mine, but somebody's review, nerdly.co.uk. It was pretty good, but it's getting destroyed.
Really?
I think it's at 5.
I had tons of Playmobil Nights. Did they not use them for the movie?
Well, they did enter into like all the realms of the Playmobil universe, like Lego Movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's at 5% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, I believe.
So it's better than Ballistic X versus 7.
True. They now have gone from expecting months ago like $30 to $40 million opening, $5 million. They're expecting. I'm
All
like,
right.
wow, that is titanic.
Maybe they should change the name from Playmobil to something
Who
that...
plays with Playmobiles anymore?
Even if you play with them, it's not a brand that sells.
No.
Like Lego sells.
Well, you know the problem is they went to Enzo Ferrari. Say, hey, we got this Playmobil Ferrari, and Enzo said, "Fuck you."
I will say
And he was right that time.
And he was
You know
right.
what?
Yeah, he was right that time.
You know,
He said, "Fuck you." I already got Lego.
and then Playmobil careers like, maybe he's on to something. I will say Playmobil does make a really cool NHL set. My son does have them. They have a hockey rink. They actually have Zambonis, but they have all the teams that you can get.
All the teams?
Yeah. And it's actually a really cool set because even the players, each figure that you buy has a hockey stick that pulls back and shoots. It's really cool. So they make one good thing.
And also coming out this weekend is The Aeronauts.
When a girl is coming of age in the Midwest.
You're making that up.
Is coming of age. When a girl is coming of age.
And it's played by...
Wasn't there a video game called that?
There was a video.
Chrononauts? something,
Chrononauts.
Maybe? Oh, okay.
Disco Nuts.
And a young man will
It's people
take
who
her for a
go
ride
into the air, I'm guessing.
on a hot air balloon.
There you go. Blake just figured it out.
This should have been a
plot lines.
plot lines. What's The Aeronauts about?
We just figured it out.
He went to Enzo Ferrari. I have a design for a racing balloon.
And Enzo said, "Fuck you!"
Enzo said, "Hey, pafanculo!"
When did Enzo become Brooklyn? From Brooklyn.
You mean Brooklyn and Italy aren't the same
No,
thing? Because
no.
everyone in Brooklyn always says, "I'm Italian."
Is that
Everyone in
How
Brooklyn.
many times have you been to Brooklyn?
0.
Okay.
And every time they just
Every
like
time
that.
they sound just like that.
Wait a minute. No, wait, that was Queens we flew into. I think. What is
all right.
LaGuardia? Is that in Brooklyn or Queens?
Yes.
Forget about it.
I think it's in Queens. So 0 times in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So I suppose we should talk about our buy sells of this week.
The stock.
We've only got one stock, and it's the stock of Chloe Sevigny.
Savini.
Savici.
There's a G in there.
David.
Stupid silent G's.
Saville.
She's related to Kevin Feige.
I take it she's Italian. They're the only places that have silent.
Sure.
Forget
Indeed.
about it.
Yeah, she was in
Brown Bunny.
Yeah.
Wow, pick a movie I've heard of before you
She was in Kids.
She gave Vincent whatever.
She's been
Blowjob
naked
on
in
screen.
a lot of movies.
Yes.
Yeah. How many movies she's
Start
got
naming-
coming out?
She's got no movies coming up.
Okay. How much is she at?
What was she in this week?
She was in Queen and Slim.
Oh, okay. She's at $4.15 per a share of stock in her career at
Hollywood
Hollywood
Value.
Stock Exchange.
So who's buying?
Well, if she gets naked in movies,
I
I'll
like
buy.
Chloe. Yeah, exactly. I like Chloe. I had a crush on her years
The only
ago.
thing I've ever had a problem with was the fact that I think she actually is a really good actress, and for some reason she doesn't get hired for good enough roles, so she has to take these roles where she's naked all
She
the
does
time.
these. Well, she does these
What she
weird
is?
artsy
They're
movies
art
too.
movies, so
Do I
that's
have to
okay.
look-
I mean, that's
well,
her
art movies
She
are
was
good.
in. Hold on.
I like art movies.
Yeah, no. Again,
She was in American Psycho,
actually,
Oh, I
that's
never
probably her
actually
best.
saw American.
Dogville, Brown Bunny.
Oh, Dogville. Okay, I haven't
Let's
seen
see,
it. But
Zodiac,
no, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that's right. She was in Zodiac. Oh my god.
Lovelace,
Don't even. Is that about Ada Lovelace or Linda Lovelace?
Linda. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was in The Snowman.
the Falcon and the Snowman.
No,
Oh.
The Snowman.
Just the Snowman, his
Okay.
solo movie.
She does. It looks like she does a whole lot overseas.
Yeah, she does a lot of artsy stuff.
So she's been in nothing I've seen.
She's
She's in American Horror Story Asylum,
She was in a yes, that
And
is right.
Hotel.
And Hotel.
I haven't seen that.
Russian Doll.
She's in. Okay, I saw one episode of Russian.
She's in
Doll.
one episode.
Was it the one I saw?
The Way Out.
Was it the first episode?
I don't think so. And she was in Bloodline.
It was this Chloe
She's also
Sevigny
in,
episode.
Bloodline. Who was she in Bloodline?
I just said.
She's also in The Last Days of Disco. That was Whit
Yep.
Stillman's third
Yes.
movie of 3.
Oh, I loved his third movie. Anyways, I'm buying.
I don't even know who she is, but at $4.15, I'll buy.
I already bought.
And someday soon we'll have better music for this.
Yeah, I believe it when I see it. Top five.
You
This
don't need to see it; you just need to hear it.
top five this week, sponsored by Peloton Bikes.
He couldn't read music anyways.
Oh, good point.
Top five this week is top five uses except for Peloton Bikes. Top five established movie or TV franchises you would kill off or stop making.
Oh, I did the uses for Peloton bikes, and I have
That's
clothes
fine.
rack for all 5.
Escaping an abusive husband is number 4. Let's see here. Yeah, top five established movie or TV franchises you would just kill off and stop making. Bednar, Doctor, what you got for number 5?
All right, number 5. Any and every movie or show that has or would have Adam Sandler, Shia LaBeouf, Kevin James, Vin Diesel, Will Smith, Jaden Smith, Annie Smith, Channing Tatum, Kevin Hart, Lena Dunham, Brendan Fraser, Jack Black, Vince Vaughn, Hugh Grant, Owen Wilson, Rebel Wilson, Patrick Wilson, Wilson the Volleyball, or any other Wilson.
You just killed 95% of Hollywood movies.
What's wrong with Patrick Wilson?
It's my number 5. I've got 4 more to go.
He hobied it.
Patrick Wilson's like my number 5 on that list. That's something's wrong. What's wrong with Tates? Channing Tatum. What's wrong with Tates?
Tates. Oh, my God. Could you call them Tates?
Ugh,
We ruined Tate's for him.
shut up, Elbow.
Went too many high school cop movies? I don't know.
I did see 22 Jump
One too
Street
many
this
movies
week.
in general.
22 Jump
When
Street?
I was sick?
23 Jump Street?
22 Jump Street was okay. I mean, there was some like the
So
thing-
you're adding the
Yeah,
Jump Street franchise
Jonah Hill,
to your list?
Jonah Hill is fine. You didn't
Really?
see him on the list?
Yet,
Men.
we don't know what your
No.
4 through 1 is.
Kingsman 2.
I would have put Channing Tatum off the list and put Jonah Hill on it.
What?
Anyways, number 5 for you, Blake.
Number 5, I hope he did as well.
Okay.
Several selections.
Shocking.
But I'm not going to run them all off.
Okay.
I just have it simply described as Disney live-actioning shit.
That's my number 5. Disney
Aw.
live action remake.
Woo!
Put it
Fist
on the
bump.
board.
Nice job. Nice job. Nice
I'm
job.
adding that
Unless
to my
I
number
should I
5.
change my number 5?
Yeah, you can change your number 5.
That's
make
my
it-
honorable
All right.
mention.
Look at you, Lion King.
It was honorable mention for me. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My number 5 is now Cars.
Oh, the
No
cartoon.
more. Yes. No more Pixar Cars movies.
First
Or
one was
Ford
cute.
versus Ferrari or Enzo.
Any
movies.
cars, any movie about cars.
You know
All
what?
movies about cars.
I'm going to put that on my list now.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is gone.
Gone.
Well, that's already been wiped out because, as live action.
That's 2 Chitty Chitty Bang Bang references today. Jeez.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Herbie gone.
Gone.
Yep.
I'm going to
Speed
try.
Racer.
I'm going to try to retcon my number 5. Jerry Lewis films. I want all Jerry Lewis films from all time and
already-
future ones.
So the man is like 86 years
Yeah,
old. I
retcon
don't
him
think
out.
he's making
I think
anymore.
they took your word about 20 years ago.
I mean, he's not even doing
He's not
the
even doing his
telethon.
marathon. Yeah, the telethon anymore.
That's how sick Jason is of Jerry Lewis. He remembers 20 years ago when he was sick of it.
Flubber, they're going remake,
Oh, remakes of his movies.
Yes.
Oh.
and his films.
So no more absent-minded professors.
Oh, you're saying that there's a
Dr. Doolittle.
Oh, I need to change my list now.
Nope, too late.
No, it isn't.
I bet they'll be big in France.
I am French. There you go, Blake. I
Oh,
got
there you go. For a minute, I thought you were doing a Belgian.
I am Remy LaCroix. How you done?
I am
Sticking
not
up
the
my bug hole.
Frenchie. I am Belgie.
Number 4 for me, the whole Aliens franchise. Let's just end it. It's done.
That's an honorable mention.
Yeah, we're done. It's done. You've tried.
Yeah.
You came. You
The
tried.
latest-
You
the
failed.
latest one ruined it for me. I didn't like it.
Who cares anymore?
I was going to be my number 4, but I decided to change that.
I like
What's your?
I like Prometheus, the one before.
It doesn't even
I
matter.
thought that was at least
Prometheus was
okay.
all right, but it
was
should have
all
stopped.
right.
Now
Meh.
you can see the problem
Yeah.
was is that it started there and like, they're just gonna
Yeah.
kill this shit.
Yeah.
All over it.
What you got, Jeff?
They got
4.
Michael Fassbender in it, right?
My number 4 is Steve Martin doing a remake of anything.
oh my God!
Steve Martin should
Especially the
never
Pink
be
Panther
allowed to
movies.
Hamburger.
Pink Panther movies, Cheaper by the Dozen movies, Father of the Bride movies. They were all
Hamburger.
terrible, and yet they still made sequels to all of those.
Hamburger.
So Steve Martin should not be allowed to do
Don't
a
worry,
remake.
he's just out playing banjo now.
Man, he is.
That's fine. Go
That's
play
true.
banjo.
Yeah, he's
Do
doing
that
your
really
stand up
well.
with Martin
Yes,
Short.
He's good.
Yeah.
Done.
Don't
I think
remake
you're getting
a
your
movie.
wish.
Number 4, Blake.
Number 4, Terminator series.
Honorable mention.
You
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'm saying this for the love of God. They said, "Well, that will end this iteration of Terminator movies." I'm like, "No, you don't get
No,
it.
we don't want any
Nobody wants
iteration.
any more, please."
But they can time travel and go back.
Shut up.
And they could just reset everything.
You know when they should have stopped Terminator movies? After
Terminator.
the first one.
Correct.
T2 was awesome.
T2 was
T2
Come
is
on.
pushed.
eh.
It pushed the edge.
new technologies and new
Definitely
things.
after T2, they should.
But it ruined the story.
But they want to get Christian
It's like,
Bale.
oh, everything looks cool, sure.
Yeah.
But the whole,
But it's-
now we're changing the way time travel works in the second fucking movie.
Okay, so storyline, I absolutely agree with you on that. But for what it was worth, for what movies to come after that, it was a landmark movie, I think, at least. For
All
the
right.
special
So
effects and
the
things
Transformers
So was
series went to
Avatar.
Enzo Ferrari and said, "Hey, we've got this idea for a Ferrari that transforms." He's like, Enzo's like, fuck you." He said, "All right, we'll make Terminator.
Terminator.
We'll make more Terminators."
What's your number 4, Bednar?
Harry Potter franchise.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not make
Should have
any
been
more.
on my list.
But they are done.
Done
right?
with them.
Nah, but
No, they've got
they're
two
still
more to
doing
go.
the whatchamacallit.
Howling Griffins
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts and where they
Yeah,
came
it's
from.
true.
And then they do the
Spin-off.
play.
They're doing that.
Sense of a
Fantastic
Fish.
Beasts and their sense of fish and
Well,
Ferrari.
it is kind of interesting. My one stepdaughter is actually going back and rereading all the Harry Potter books.
I'm sorry.
So she's 23 now, right? She's reading them all now, and she's like, "You know what? These books are really bad." I'm
They
like,
are
yes.
kids' books.
Well, think about it. The first book was for kids at like
Correct.
5 or 6.
Yeah, yeah.
The second book was for
And they're
kids
not
for
meant
like
for-
7 to 8. And yeah, you're right. As adult, you go back and you read it, and you're kind of like, well, this sucks.
Well, see, the problem I have is all the adults who said, no, these are good books for adults to read.
No.
And then I read the first two and said, they are terrible.
I think it was more about like the adults reading it to their kids or reading it with their kids.
Oh,
and,
no,
and
people I
relating
know
to
didn't
it.
even have kids or had older kids.
The Gimp.
And it's like, no, these are not good books.
I reread the Berenstain Bears a couple weeks ago, and I was like, man, this is like 4-year-old shit.
I stopped talking to strangers
And it was
in the last.
so awesome when I was young. I don't get it.
I stopped talking
get
to
it now.
strangers in the last 6 weeks because I reread it. Who knew?
How does Curious George age?
I still
Don't
read it to
fuck
my
with
kids.
Curious George, that dude's a badass.
No,
Okay,
he's
I
an
was just
instigator.
wondering.
He is an instigator.
So it's teaching children to be instigators.
Yeah, he should be he should be euthanized. He's a rabbit monkey.
He's rabid now?
Sure.
I don't even remember where we left off.
Number 3 for you, Bednar.
Oh,
I thought Curious George was,
What was
the
your
victim
I goes back around.
of the man in the yellow coat's
we
oppression.
Oh, sorry, I got you. Yeah. Okay, so so going to my 3,
Always
the
telling them what to do and what not to do.
the Fast Furious series. Got,
I didn't think of that one.
done with it, man. I was
See,
done with it after 2.
I thought about that, but then I thought, I don't watch any of those movies anyway, so I don't care.
You know, I did think about that, but then I thought, but the only one that even looks good is the most recent one. The Hobbs
Right.
and Shaw actually looked better than the first 8 Fast and Furious.
Well, it's all
movies.
about I mean,
So
I respect the camera work and the effects that they have to do to go through it all, but it's just done.
anytime you can put The Rock on screen,
Welcome to the Rock.
You know, the Fast and Furious went to Enzo Ferrari and said, hey, we got this idea. We're going to put nitroglycerin in Ferraris. And Enzo said, nitro. Fuck you.
Speaking of fuck you, what's your number
they
3?
made an eight different movie
different
franchises.
movies trying to
that's
beat
literally made $1 billion.
Each.
See what he's done.
Worldwide.
Enzo's a genius. Look what he's done.
What's your
for
number
people.
3?
My number 3? I'm done with all The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I'm done with The Walking Dead. I'm done with...
That was my next one.
You know, Fear the Walking Dead.
That was your number 2?
Done with The Walking Dead. You know what? I have all 10 episodes,
Yeah.
you know,
of this season.
recorded of this season. I haven't even watched. I haven't been motivated to
Let
watch
me give
one.
let me give you a spoiler. They still haven't fought each other yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Does Morgan show up?
No.
Oh, God.
But at one point, the Alpha, the main leader of the Whispers, she's there, and right across from her is Carol and all the other ones.
Yeah.
She's by herself. Obviously, Alpha has probably her backup behind her. And I'm like, just shoot her with a bow and arrow. Just kill her.
Yeah.
Like, right there. You have Archer.
I have a
like
gun
straight
in
out of
my bedroom. I'll be come out, bam, done.
Scott Evil is
Scott
there?
Evil. Scott Evil, exactly.
But it's like,
So, I've got a question here. If we're talking Walking Dead, though, is it worth watching the second episode?
yes. Watch
Okay.
second episode.
Okay.
You're only 10 seasons behind. You're going to get there.
That's right.
It's worth watching up through Rick leaving.
Eh.
No,
I
that's
don't
too
know
much
about
Coral.
That's still a lot.
Carl is on Million Little
I
Things.
know,
the
yeah,
TV show.
you're kind of crawling to the end there,
Yeah.
but at least there's some closure there at that point.
You know what? Just watch it all the way up until where Negan bashes in Scott's head, and then just quit.
Who's Scott?
I mean,
Glenn?
Glenn. Yeah.
Scott Glenn? You want to bash in Scott Glenn's head?
I mean, Glenn. Yeah, it's Glenn's head.
Okay.
And then at that point, just stop.
Carl!
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time on A Million Little Things he shows up, I'm like, Carl!
Carl, they're coming.
Where's your eye? Number 3?
My number 3 is the DCEU.
Oh, killing the DC.
Just get rid of it. I think they're pretty much doing that anyway. Like
They're making DC movies, but
they're
not
making DC movies,
DCEU.
but they're not trying to connect them anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the wisest decision. But yeah,
My
I
number
like how they let the monster cereals all go.
yeah. Well, get rid of those. Yeah, Universal.
Universal.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Number 3 for me is Avatar. Please, just kill the series.
You know what? I don't
There
think
is no
anybody
series
cares
yet.
if Avatar
Yeah, I
comes out
stopped
again.
caring.
I know, but I'm tired of reading news stories about it.
That's a good point.
I think it's going to come out and it's going to flop big.
Oh, it is. But as a personal thing on this podcast, I'm tired of reading these fucking news stories. I'm tired of it.
Yes.
Number 2 for me,
Yeah. The news correspondent who says, we'll skip the news this week. Reading all those stories.
Number 2 for this week, for me, is I've tried watching the TV show. They did a mini series, and I really love the first movies. I really do, even though they're not always great. Scream. I'm done with Scream. Let's do it. Let's stop it.
I never even got into
Are there
it.
any new ones coming
Yeah,
out?
they're redoing another
for
one.
God's sake.
Yeah,
Number 5.
I was done with Scream
With the
after
cast.
The first one was okay and whatnot. I
I like-
didn't think it never needed sequels.
The third one was not good, but it wrapped up the trilogy. The fourth one was and then they kept making TV shows, and it just wasn't as
And now
good.
they're going to bring back the original cast,
Yeah.
right, for nostalgia.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
You know, this is our fault. This is our generation's fault.
I know.
It's not.
H20.
You can't even blame millennials for this shit.
Oh no, and I'll blame our generation for my number 2 here.
What's that?
The Bachelor / Bachelorette.
oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Or pretty much
I
any
proudly say
dating
you
on
put Survivor.
television.
Never
You put
in my
Survivor in there,
life
too?
seen a
I
single
don't put Survivor
episode.
on the list
No.
too. The Survivor at least has some bit of competition. There, I just hate this
Rather than-
finding love on television.
Taking
shit.
a person and whoring them out to 20 people.
Exactly.
Number 2 for you, Blake.
Or taking 20 whores.
That
and putting
that
towards
even
one person.
that even includes like Flavor Flav trying to find love, or
Flavor of Love.
yeah, so or Brett Michaels trying to find love. Just any finding love on television shows.
You mean STD bus?
It always
Brett
works.
Michaels show.
Yeah.
What?
It always works.
A woman that'll accept him in his do-rag.
What's your number
Covering up
2,
his male
Blake?
pattern baldness.
Oh, skinny pop.
I'll tell you
Just
what. They,
blows me away.
we didn't kill this franchise in time. I wish that we'd done this before years ago, and we could have saved the Ghostbusters.
Oh,
We could have saved them. You know,
They should have
even though
stopped after the first one.
should have stopped after the first one. And the second one's not good. The third one, the remake with the ladies,
Ghostbusters
Kristen
2,
Wiig,
terrible.
and now they're coming out with this another one. It's going to suck.
The cartoon sucked balls. I don't care what you millennials think. It was terrible.
I liked it.
I didn't think the cartoon was that bad.
I did.
is
It was
what
terrible.
Was what it
Well, you
I
were
didn't even
40 when it came
see
out,
the
so calm down.
I was 20.
Calm down. Dr. Bednar, number 2.
You guys took my Walking Dead. For two.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Survivor.
Oh.
It's got to be. Come on. It's just got to be.
Do you still watch?
I'm not going to argue. I mean, I stopped watching a couple years ago, but
how ragged of a concept is it?
I mean, it almost seems now like it's
well, the problem is it's so
it's like
convoluted.
the foundation for all of the shit that we have on TV now.
It's the real world.
Well, that's the
on
real
an
world, yeah.
island with what's the seat where you keep going around and they take seats away to the last one.
Musical chairs.
Yeah, musical chairs. It's the MTV Real World on an Island musical chairs.
Do they still make the real world? Because I was going to put that on my list, but I
no,
didn't know.
I thought they redid it last year or 2 years ago. They tried to do it again, and then
Okay.
It never
I
took
thought
off.
they
Didn't take off,
eventually
right.
canceled it because I was going to put the real world on my list, but I didn't think they still
the
did
last
that.
TV show on MTV that I watched because I was trying to understand the concept of it was ridiculousness, and I'm watching that show. I'm like, who are these people?
True.
Oh,
story.
Chanel.
Why is that
Chanel.
girl laugh at everything?
That girl's laugh is
horrible.
like nails on a chalkboard.
yeah.
Do I
it's
know what
pretty
you're
brutal.
talking
Chanel.
And then it's
don't
hosted
know
by
what it
Ridiculousness.
is.
Yeah,
it's
it's
hosted
terrible.
by this guy that looked like he forgot to grow up 30 years ago. He wore
Rob.
his
Rob,
you know,
yeah.
his
He's a skater.
baseball caps.
Oh,
and
from
shit or
Big and
whatever.
Rob?
Yeah. Rob Drydick or whatever.
It's terrible.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
I-
hell is this show?
I don't know what it is.
And it's
Well,
on
And it looks
all
like
the
there's
time.
a DJ dude who's like controlling the video.
Yeah.
I don't
He's the
get
only one-
MTV. I
he's
wouldn't
the only
know.
one
No,
that's
it's not on,
decent.
it's not on MTV. It's
Oh.
on like
It's on MTV too.
Oh, it's MTV. Well, it's on like other channels too because I see it.
Is it
on
is it
all
now on
time.
VH1? Is that where they pushed it to?
VH2.
No,
VH2.
dude, it's on like
VH3.
fucking Oxygen, TNT, TBS. Like I see ridiculousness on all the time. It's nonstop.
I'm like, who is
it's on those
people?
Right
Damn,
now, you
the-
can channel surf and you'd find it somewhere on there. There's fucking assholes
Those
around.
those Viacom networks.
Yeah.
Jeff, what's your
all
number
of them.
1?
But you didn't let me get to my number one.
Oh yeah, we weren't done with Blake. Were we?
I was just talking about
I didn't get to my
ridiculousness.
number one yet.
We were talking about
We just did
Survivor.
Walking Dead, and
And
I
then we
did
went to
Survivor.
MTV. We went to
Chris
your
might have
number-
had more to
Real
complain about
World,
Survivor.
Tough.
musical chairs because I couldn't remember the name of the game.
What's your number 1?
I'm trying to save this one. It's coming out July 2021. We need to stop it now. For the love of God, people, boycott. Make them stop.
Speed Racer.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. The next iteration's coming out.
Yeah, they should have stopped after one on that too.
Or skip 2,
No.
go to 3. 3 was all right.
If I have to have 2 in order to get 3, I'm willing to accept.
See, I don't think 3's that good. It's better than 2.
We're watching-
but
It's very good.
It's like
moments.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is closer to 3 than 3 is to 1.
For those who
Until
don't have
just now, I had
eyeballs, he
wiped 4
went
from my
really
memory.
high
I
with his
didn't
hand
know
for
it existed.
1, really low for 2, slightly above 2 for
So
3.
my-
and
my
then
old-
number 4 down to the floor,
My son is watching these for the first time. He's 9.
which is why we need YouTube.
And so
So people can see his hand.
Is he vlogging about it?
no, we are up to number 3 now. And we're actually watching where you have like...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your wife didn't realize they ripped hearts out in the second one.
Yep, she didn't realize that. She's the most
Om
protective.
Shiva.
She's
Om
very
Nam Shiva.
she's very protective of it until she didn't realize the heart came out, and I wasn't home that night. And it was like, oh. But anyways, so we're watching 3 now. I really enjoy 3. I really do.
It is a very good movie.
It's a fun movie. Number 1 is still
Meh.
the best, but
Sean Connery makes everything better.
No, he didn't make The Rock better.
and I thought about Charlemagne, and then Charlemagne's words, and make your
Nothing
rock,
made The Rock. Nothing was ever going to make The Rock good.
make your mountains your armies, and your ocean your army, and the birds in the sky your army.
I don't even know what he's saying.
Charlemagne.
Buddy down.
I'm
All I
trying-
know is I'm
And
just
then
eating
get
more of these
British
turtles.
super
Oh,
secret
wait, wrong Nick
agents.
Cage movie.
Anyways, number 1 for you, Jeff.
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of eating the
Okay,
food.
you want me to say it for you?
Skipped. Oh, no.
I haven't. Yeah, go ahead.
No, my number 1 that they should never make any more of, probably shouldn't have made the ones
Yeah.
they made, Real Housewives shows.
Good call. Good call. Less said is more about that.
I'm pretty sure they're not making them for you.
They're not, but my sister watches them, and I hear her talk about them.
Just so you know, it's not your demographic.
They ask questions about them when we play trivia night, and then my sister feels so proud to get one right.
know.
And I'm like, no, she shouldn't feel pride of that. So they need to stop those.
My number 1 that you guys sent out earlier, Universal Monster Films. I love the original ones. Stop trying to make them new ones. Stop it.
And the cereals.
Just
I
stop
like the
trying to
cereal.
make new ones with Tom Cruise. Just don't do that.
But you know what? They don't need to connect.
But
Stop it. Don't
if you're
connect.
not going to have Tom Cruise, why make anything?
Brandon Fraser.
The Monster Universe, am I wrong? Did it not connect back in the day too, but not necessarily the movies? But they all connected at a certain point. I mean, the monsters did face each other.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, because they were with Abbott
There was
Costello.
interconnected and not just. I mean,
they did connect a little bit. But the problem is that they weren't forcing it. Now they're forcing it.
They started forcing it when they came out with Yummy Mummy. Okay.
Oh, yummy mummy.
Well, that was
You
the
don't remember Yummy
70s. I mean, Fruit
Anyway,
Root? I mean, anyone? Fruit Root?
I think that the Monster series has some potential. There's a chance. I feel like it's early DCU if they could just get it right and not. They already stepped off on the wrong foot. They already did the Superman, which Man of Steel, whatever.
Yeah, man, it's still terrible.
So stop.
Terrible.
Well,
Stop.
they
You already fucked up Mummy.
they did
But
the
you got a
remake.
shot with some of these others to maybe do something.
I
if you don't-
disagree. They bombed with the remake of the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
They never
They
even-
Creature from the Blue
release it.
Lagoon, I like
Black
They
Lagoon.
didn't even release it.
Yeah, the scent of water.
Son of a fish.
50 scales of gray.
it. Scent of
Enzo's
water.
Revenge.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I
they
didn't
do
realize
it?
that was a monster.
Did they
Yeah,
make
that was
it
a monster
creature?
movie.
Oh,
That was a remake.
40
scales.
40 scales.
Is that the musical reinterpretation?
50 scales of
40
gray.
scales? Fish only have 40. Humans have 50.
But if it's a human fish,
45. Anyway, so Dr. Bednar, thank you for
I got
showing
an
up.
honorable mention.
Go on, quick. Come on.
Have you seen the new photos coming out for the next James Bond? Maybe it is time we stop James Bond.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's basically Daniel Craig, and then like what it looks to be like a young bunch of millennials who are too young to be secret agent spies.
Okay.
I was just looking at that and I'm like, we need to stop.
what are
Even
they,
Daniel
12?
Yeah, No Time to Die. Was it at the new Bond coming
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, even Daniel Craig thinks it's time for Bond to
I'm,
be
not,
done.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, this is just.
Daniel Craig thinks
Effed
all
up.
his characters should just die. If it was not him in it anymore, he doesn't
Well, he
care.
wasn't going to do it, but then they were like, yeah, here's
threw some money at him.
$27
Here's
million.
$100 million.
A lot of money, and he said, okay.
$100 million.
I looked at it. It's basically Daniel Craig. What? How old is he? 40 something. And then you got
50
the
now.
Yeah, he'd be in his
50-year-old
50s, I
James
think.
Bond. And then the next 3 or 4 photos are like 21, 21, 21, 21. I'm like, get
That's the
fuck.
Kingsman.
Get the fuck out of
Are
here.
you sure they're 21, or you just assume they're 21?
They all looked really young.
They're probably 26.
Okay.
Which is old enough to be a spy.
But they're playing 18.
And they all have Pelotons.
But they're playing 18-year-olds.
Oh, they're supposed to be 18? No, wait. They only get 30-year-olds to play 16.
Anything else?
I think all my honorable mentions were said.
Dr. Bednar, please tell us where we can find your music at.
One Rock Taylor, Facebook. Check out One Rock Taylor, and we'll be putting together a top 5 song soon. I promise you.
Is that one spelled out or the number one?
One spelled out, but you could probably do the number one and still find us.
Ooh, clever.
Oh, look at you high and tight. Look at
Bitches. That's right. I was at your band's last gig. It was pretty good.
I think it was your birthday party.
It happened to be your birthday.
You know what they
That was
didn't
fun.
play?
It was a lot
Was
of
the Hobie theme song.
Oh, no.
Well, you know what? Here's what happened with that.
You got too good for
there
us.
was a request.
We had
for that.
licensing issues. I had signed a contract
You did.
that I apparently did not realize, and my lawyer said, you do not want History of Bad Ideas coming after you, even if it is representing
That's true.
one of the members of the History of Bad Ideas podcast.
Why did we have that put in the contract? That was dumb on our part.
That was pretty dumb.
Play our music.
Because I could have played it live for you, but sorry,
Promote
guys.
us wherever you can.
My lawyer said no.
Stupid lawyers.
Hey, you know what? This is why Hedo is still a better musician. Okay, moving on. Bad idea of the week, number 1412. Getting into a musical face-off with Heno and losing. Okay, moving on.
It got
So
cold
bad.
in the
So
studio.
bad. Real bad.
It's not my fault. He has abs and you have an ab.
I
Okay,
now
moving
am going
on.
to change the lyrics, I think.
Heno
Now
has
I've got a top 5
You've got
top
a
ways to
keg.
kick your ass.
Doctor, thanks for coming on.
I am honored always.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendums. Titles for the show. What you got, Jeff?
Let's see. I've got Fantastic Beasts and Fish and Ferraris. And I've got, let's see, what do we got here? Damaged Tissue. Other topical options.
50 skills.
Assume she has testicles. Grab the pollen. The best species. Update pending. Scent of a fish. And 50 scales of gray.
50 skills.
I have
Enzo Ferrari says, fuck you.
So Ferraris.
I have smell of water. I don't like my meat sweet. That's what it is. I don't like my meat sweet. Grab the pollen. Bleach it. Are we not having fun? It's an inside job. And scent of a fish. So, scent of a fish?
Scent of a fish, a.k.a. 50 scales of gray. Oh.
Scent of a fish? Change
of
of
a
room.
fish.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye again.
You've been listening to Hobie.